You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostag. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
It seemed like, again, in that third quarter, things kind of started to get away a little bit. What did you see that kind of let Atlanta take the advantage there?
Just our ability to sustain, the force that we play with on both ends of the floor. And it's something that I talked about before the game. They stretched the lead a little bit in the third quarter. We were able to fight back.
I could have did the post-game speech on cue.
Unfortunately, came up short.
Force. Offensively, seemed like they were playing at the pace you wanted to play at. 99 shots, 42 threes. What did you like offensively that, we were able to do?
Yeah, much better.
You got to play. It's getting kind of hectic when you finish, bro.
Against New York. A lot of carryover from our film today. I give our guys credit. They went out with the right intentions, played hard. They competed their tails off. Just once again,
same stuff.
Short, not able to
finish. They brought the
competes
the
game with the win.
They finished 4 quarters
for Eve.
Yeah, we got to string together more quarters.
The growth that he's been making on the defense,
so we can have a full pool game.
You see him outside of
it takes 4 quarters.
Where do you see him grow on the offensive end?
He's just getting better and better. True bright spot with our team. His ability to
you got to write a Sprite.
Protect the basket defensively. His ability to screen, get out of screens quickly,
Bruce Sprite.
Really, proud of him and how he's handled the last several
double
weeks.
pride.
That's kind of thrusting him into the starting lineup, and he's doing a great job.
Yeah, like Luke said, the offense was much better compared to where it was last night. But what did you see in the second half defensively that prevented you guys from getting the stops necessary to make it a game?
They got a few easy baskets that we can take away that just sort of some mindless plays defensively for us where it got them going, and then they got to our paint. Too many paint touches, too many drive attacks. That's where we have to be better, keeping them out of our paint, keeping them off the offensive glass. But overall, I thought our guys, they brought it tonight. We just didn't have enough to sustain it.
Another game where the shots just weren't falling for DeJounte. What were you kind of seeing from him? And obviously, it was an emotional game for him coming back to LA.
Yeah, he's a competitor, and he wants to win. He's going out doing everything he can to help our team. And even though he didn't have a great shooting night, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 steals, he's a heck of a player, and he'll continue to find his rhythm.
And just overall, I know you guys are really high on the possibilities of that backcourt with CJ and DeJounte together. It hasn't been as successful early on. Some of that is just guys just finding a rhythm. But what are you seeing just with those two out there together and what they can do to have more success?
I thought tonight they talked a lot more.
Remove Willie from the coaching.
But offensively, those two guys, they understand how to get on the floor and get things accomplished. They can shoot. They can both drive. They can make the right on time, on target passes. Really love what we saw from CJ, his aggressiveness, and DeJounte will come. He'll get better and better. But those guys haven't played a lot together either, so they're still finding their rhythm as a group.
Yeah, another guy trying to find his rhythm is Trey Murphy. He's been going through a little bit of a struggle. What are you seeing from him on the offensive end?
He just got to keep playing, keep fighting. We missed him. We missed him a couple times. He's getting out in transition, doing the things that we're asking him to do. And as I talked to our guys earlier today, look, you guys haven't had a lot of minutes together, and it's going to take a little time for everyone to get acclimated. DeJounte, CJ, Trey. So they're still learning each other's game at the same time. We're on the floor trying to win. So it'll get better.
And obviously, you want to see that continued improvement. You want to see kind of steps forward. But as the losses keep mounting, how much do you kind of feel like the added pressure, not pressure, but added going into games feeling like, man, it's just tough to kind of get over that hump. How much you think the team is kind of feeling that right now? Yeah,
they're competitors. They definitely feel that. They walk into every arena believing they have a chance to win, and that's what we want. We want guys that, have good game plan discipline, want to go out and fall in love with the competition of the game. I thought it was really a lot of carryover from last game. Not great first quarter, second quarter got better, third, fourth, and then today they came out, hooping, quite frankly. So it's there. It's some frustration. It's supposed to be. When you're losing games and you're a competitor, you want to do whatever you can to help your team win. Yep.
Oh, all right, DC. That's Willie Green, man. Got the hell up out of there. He was full of buzzwords that we often hear a lot of on the Pelican post-game report. We heard about credit. We heard about pride twice. We heard about the force. We heard a lot of things that we usually hear. Yes, sir.
Can we hear Willie's new theme song?
His new theme song, DC?
Yeah.
What would that be, sir?
The same song that got Dennis Allen up out of here, bro. Can we hear it's getting kind of hectic?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can. Here it is.
The problem is you trying to talk with your shit and you don't know nothing instead of listening. Huh?
I'm listening.
Okay? No. I get $40,000, nigga, and I dare motherfucker to pop.
It never gets old. Oh my goodness. But what does get old, DC, is all of this losing. All this losing stinks. The Pelicans lose their 9th game in a row. They're now 4-18 overall. Pelicans lose yet again to the Hawks, 124-112. PPR for all things Pelicans. We in this thing. Big Q, DC, Lex. We are recapping this to the best of our abilities. These shows are not, I guess you say, we take the wins and losses. We've been dealing with a lot of wins and losses, especially losses, since David Griffin has got here. But this, by far, it's definitely painful. Trey mentioned it in the chat. He said this is painful, but at the end of the day, it's necessary. All growth, man, comes with a degree of pain, a little discomfort. And Willie, like I said, we talked about it. I don't know how the Pelicans, even though this was a better effort, you guys have to admit that this was a better effort. It just wasn't a complete effort. That's the thing. A half-ass effort is not going to get you a win unless you're competing against a half-ass team. And the Hawks wanted it more. You see them battling for the extra rebounds. Their shot wasn't falling, but they kept shooting, kept rebounding. Then they got to a point where they just pushed past the Pelicans, and you got to have a full out effort. So I don't know what Willie Green talking about being proud of his guys and keep saying that's the wrong verbiage. If you're a head coach and you having these issues, what are you being proud of in these losses? The team is losing. What are
Maybe we don't understand Willie Green's definition of proud, bro. It might mean something than we thinking.
I mean, it is not too much you could talk about having pride in DC. I mean, this is a ninth straight loss. You the second worst team in the NBA record wise. I mean, you're awful. You're awful. You can't win a game. You can't play defense. This is just awful. These people, it's a sieve defense. It's Swiss cheese ass defense. Guys just getting there, Dyson Daniels getting there, just laying it up, finger rolling the thing. I mean, they can't play defense. There you go, the Proud family. There you go.
That's how Willie Green see the team, bro.
That's the old school Proud family, man. I used to watch that with my stepgirls.
What's the new school?
They got a new one out. They got like isn't that they brought it back? I think they brought it back. Didn't they got a new one out? I think they did a new one.
Got another one for
and
you.
that one, that's some bullshit, man. The new one that came out.
You can't mess with. I mean, this has some classic actors and stuff. Like you can't mess with stuff.
Sure they can. They'll tear it up and throw all kind of bullshit in it.
And you know what? And people will reject it. Be like, nope. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm.
We got the right too. Damn, this prof. What boy? What? Yeah, this kind of crazy.
Man, listen,
That's the new one. Look like that.
That I think that is the new one. I think that is the new one.
Hey,
right?
they got too much going on in that poster for me.
They got all kind of stuff in there, man. They throw it all up in there. Yes, but anyway, but the thing is, man, what in
louder and prouder.
Louder and prouder. But this is the thing, man. I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't get any easier. Like I said, the whole damn month of December is full of really tough games. The Pelicans come home for a 2-game stand against the Phoenix Suns and the OKC Thunder. So that's the next two at the Smoothie King Center. And what can I tell you, man? This is just going to be interesting, and much like, I've been, doing a little research on some stuff dealing with your boy out of Dallas, DC, that old school shit. Much, you know what I'm saying? Much like back in the days when he touched down, the moment they got him in Texas, he wasn't going to leave. That's just what it is. Like Willie Green here is like, he won't make it out of December as the Pelicans coach. You can't, something has to radically change, man. So we're on pace for that. But anyway,
we get all these days off, Q, and then we play the Suns. So I guess they think Willie can turn it around against the Suns.
Well, you get 3 days. Yeah, you get 3 days before to get back.
That's a home game, right?
Yes, 2 home games. But I don't understand how you do that.
Apparently, we only get angry when we get embarrassed at home. So if we get embarrassed at home again, is that enough?
I mean, if the perceived worst team in the NBA beats you, that's when you get mad. But I would get upset even if a middle of the pack team beat me by 30 points. I mean, the Pelicans have been losing these games in a large, undisciplined fashion, but yet there is no upsetness from Willie Green except for that one incident. I mean, there's no fire in his belly. It's the same stuff. It's like watching a computer-generated message in loop form, saying the same stuff, just spilling out the same garbage.
Willie is the first AI coach?
I mean,
Willie is Chat GTP up there coaching?
No, he ain't no chat. That will show a level of intelligence where you can adjust and adapt to new information perceived. Willie Green doesn't have what's necessary. I mean, when you delve into it and say, okay, maybe you take it to the next level, his rhetoric is dead. And I've said he's lost the team. Like effort tonight, they had a better effort. They had a better effort in terms of energy. But IQ, this was not a high IQ basketball game, not defensively speaking. This was the same civ ass defense we've been watching. These people can't play defense. I mean, guys just walk to the cup. I mean, that's how we play basketball. We don't defend the cup. We don't defend the paint. Guys just willy-nilly get to the, like Lex calls it, a layup line. And she's absolutely right. It is a layup line. So, I mean, the guy is a dead man walking. That's pretty much the terminology. Yeah. Upsetness. There you go. Upsetness is the word. Shout out to you guys, man. Yeah, Kev says give him credit. Yeah, that's the hey, y'all help me out by giving me. Well, I'm just saying, the things that Willie says over and over again. Please put them in the chat. I heard like several of them in this press conference. Give him credit.
Gotta play with force.
Play with force.
And toothpaste. Don't forget about the toothpaste.
He did say nothing about. Oh yeah, toothpaste. Yeah, pace. Did he say pace? He didn't say pace. DC. He didn't say pace.
He say pace all the time, man.
I'm saying in the press.
Play with pace.
He didn't say that in the press conference though.
Oh, I didn't hear this press conference.
Yes, yeah, I didn't hear him say.
He was proud again. That's why we had the Proud family over there. He's always proud.
You know what?
We gotta put more quarters together. That's why I say about the quarters in the pool.
Well, table. you know what they say about pride, DC. You want to finish that? What they say about pride? Pride comes
before the fall.
Bam.
There you are. Okay.
But, I don't know, Q. I don't know if I believe in that saying no more, bro.
Baby, yes, that's what it is.
Because Willie done been failed even before he was proud of everybody.
Nah, DC is different though. This is different this year. It's the fourth year was they even this is not just us building the fourth year up. They built it up. The team. The team. I mean, well, the thing is, the team built it up. Like this is in this fourth year, they were building up the fact that he was getting more wins per year, which means he was building to a crescendo. He was getting to an apex. Now it turns out that the 49 year is not what's happening, and people are not taking the injury excuse. BI is not playing, even though we see him warming up.
BI look regular.
He looked regular shooting. There's no hitch in his step. There's nothing. It is nothing wrong with Zion Williamson. These guys are healthy and they just shelving these guys. It's just very weird. And I think it's time for a change to happen. 4 games that you've won. But anyway, let me let you guys chime in here before we hit the stats. Shout out to you, Milton Q. He says, I'm suffering. Can I get a little clean up, man? Yes.
All right, Milton.
Yeah. This is Zion Williamson. All he can do, he can't play basketball for us right now, but he can sing obviously with Willie D, the cleanup. Hey.
Call me Santa Fran, but I'm the cleanup man.
The cleanup man. He'll sweep your girlfriend off her feet. The reason I know so much about him is because he's fooled up an old girl of mine.
Swept her right off her feet and into the jag.
That boy said that old girl of mine. There it is. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Fuck too kind.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
I'm
you.
convinced you
That
wrong.
old girl of mine.
That boy didn't get off from work and come over there, man.
Yes, he did.
He got on his grandpa hat and his grandma blouse, bro. He don't work.
No, they said the same dude.
That outfit, bro. They had to have somebody. His pants must have been tore up. They had to have somebody else dancing where you see them.
You really need to go.
They couldn't show his feet and stuff.
You really need to go watch the whole video, man. You really need. That's only a small section of the video. That's funny. I used to play it all the time on the phone.
That boy got church shoes on. That's why.
Yeah, DC, you saying a dude that's dancing at the end before the clip goes off. That's not the same cat.
That's my point.
That's not the same dude, man.
They ain't want pants down or what homie had going on at the bottom, man.
He just came from the plant.
That's on, and he had his grandpa hat up in there, and he had Willie D chain on.
The man said he had a blouse on. Blouse. That boy said, "Man, DC, that was a Versace. That was a Versace blouse, boy. Get it right."
Well, hey, it's a blouse.
All right, Lex.
Got that on sale at Maison Blanche.
Maison Blanche. Maison Blanche. Oh man, dude, man, we need some laughs on that, man. But thank you for that, Milton. Shout out to you, brother. All right, Lex, how you doing, baby? How's everything going today?
Oh, I'm doing great. Shoot, I got my sunglasses on.
I see you, Lex.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah, of course. Bam, 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 bam. Shoot. Got the reflectors going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Lex. I remember the show. Lex had 5 pairs of glasses on. Food to piss out of everybody.
Switching them out.
Oh yeah.
She just kept taking glasses off and off. I was like, damn, what's going on here? She was one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other.
You can't be mad at
Damn.
She wanted to make sure she didn't see a clear picture of this bullshit.
No, look, I had 4 of them on because we lost by 40.
Shit. Sad, man.
I couldn't wear 40 pairs of glasses, so I just condensed it down to 4.
We did better tonight, Lex. We only lost by 12. Still couldn't get it under 11 points for some reason. But we
want
only
to know the truth about this game.
Go ahead, Lex. You got the flow.
Come on now. Come on with it.
Both these teams did not play well.
Right.
The Hawks did not play well.
They didn't shoot well.
I'm like, man, all of y'all are missing shots. So basically, this came to who's not gonna play bad the worst. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, you're in line.
Yeah, I mean that because both of them, like the Hawks, looked like they were playing against Detroit or the Wizards. Remember, I told y'all the fun fact about the Hawks. They're the only team that has beaten the Celtics in Cleveland and lost to the Wizards in Detroit.
And
okay, so
11-11 now, Lex.
Yeah, back in it.
The thing is, like, this team is very weird. They're very weird. They're capable of beating the best teams in the league, but they can turn around and lose to the worst. So they kind of
ain't do that tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, they still didn't look good out there. I saw unforced turnovers on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, we know that the Pelicans, they haven't been playing great. But how many steals were in this game? Look at that. Look at the steals.
Yeah, like 10 steals, I think, a piece at halftime or something.
Yeah, it was 27 combined for both teams.
27 steals.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of steals. I think everybody got a steal, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was looking at. It was like
had more steals than shots.
You know what? When I saw them playing, like there was a lot of stretches, but it reminded me of like Shaq and the Fool. Like that's what it looked like out there.
That was the circus.
I'm like, man, what is going on? If we can't win games like this, I don't know what we can win. But that's what it looked like to me. And really the fact that the game was close the whole time, I looked at the game and I was like, okay, the Pelicans are up in the first half. And I'm like, you know what is going to tell the whole story about this game is the third quarter.
Yep.
The third quarter. Because we've seen how they're close. The score is close. And I'm going to see if they come out and make the proper adjustments. And it seems like every single time the game is close, Pelicans are leading in the first half. I mean, they look like, okay, it looks like y'all about to do something. I'm like, nah, Lex, don't, ain't nothing to get excited about. You need to check out the third quarter. You have to check out. You have to wait till the third quarter. That third quarter came.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know how this game is going to be. Now, how would I know that?
I know how. When I saw Brandon Boston get that reverse dunk, and he got a technical, I think, for hanging on the rim, and then he also, in conjunction to that, somehow got a foul on the other dude, and they went and got those shots and the possession of the ball. I mean, you know, it don't take a rocket scientist to know that's too big of a hole for the Pels to get out of. Any winning team can overcome that, but the Pelicans is pretty much dead after that. They didn't have a shot.
No, but I
What you
just
saw?
oh shoot. I saw that, Atlanta Hawks, they immediately took the lead. You know what I'm saying? It started to change. The momentum, everything started to change. Like the trading of the points wasn't happening. The thing is the Pelicans were playing from behind. And basically once the Hawks took the lead, they basically kept that bad boy. They weren't trying to like, nah, we need to keep pressure on them. They started getting aggressive on the glass. They started getting more active. And it's like, okay, are you all going to counter that energy? This always happens. This always happens when a team comes out of that second half, they up their level of play. One in particular was I forget his last name. His first name is Jalen.
Yeah, Johnson.
Yeah, him. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah, he got really active.
Yeah, he's good.
He really got more active. Him in
Mhm.
particular.
Yeah.
He started, like, you saw that he was everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, that's all it takes. It takes that one person who's going to be that person to change the whole complexity of the game and make that shift. And Atlanta made that shift. And then fourth quarter came, it became a double-digit lead. But yeah, that third quarter told it all. It told it all. I'm like, yeah, I've seen this script. Seen it time and time and again. So, but that's basically what happened. Anytime the first half, the Pelicans are close in the game, I'm like, gotta wait to that third quarter. Gotta wait to the third quarter. And it's happened. This ain't the first time. It's happened a whole bunch of times. It happened with Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they still had a chance because it was close, but I mean, we know how they are when games are close, but yeah, that third quarter, and I think Stacy just said, I don't think the Pelicans have won not one third quarter this season.
Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised, Lex, because the second half production, they lost 66-53.
I'm pretty sure he's probably right. They might have had
I'm not surprised.
3 or
Maybe
4 that was able to win. In the wins,
I,
that maybe they won the third quarter.
I don't know, DC. Maybe one. I don't know. You might be right. I don't know. But yeah, they definitely not it's not a full out effort team. He can't get them to play just high IQ basketball for a full game. I mean,
well, he's
even
not
when
a
you
high IQ coach. How
well,
can
this
you
is true.
expect to have a high IQ team and you're not a high IQ coach?
I mean, the team is definitely you're right. The team is definitely in his image. There's no doubt about it. It's just not hitting. Like I said, the energy was better. It was good energy in the first half, but things fell off the cliff in the second half. 66-53 was the second half score between the Pelicans and the Hawks. 66-53.
Yeah, I think DeJounte's still hurt, man. I know everybody's probably like, oh, Atlanta won the trade by getting Dice and all of that. I think he's still hurt, man. A lot of stuff just looks off with him shooting.
Just
He almost
shoots
got like
shots
a
off.
little hitch. He's got like a little hitch in his shot, man. Like he's shooting all his shots. A lot of them look like he's shooting them one-handed down there. It's weird. And outside of that, though, I'm sure we're gonna point out 10,000 other negative, horrible things that Willie Green is doing, as well as the organization is doing to itself. But shout out to Yves Misi, man. Awesome bright spot. However Willie said that shit, but he's been playing
Goodness gracious.
wonderfully, man. Him and DeJounte are getting some good chemistry. I think we have a center. He's getting better with rebounding, cutting and rolling. He's tenacious defensively. He's not a paratrooper, Q. Thought he might be a paratrooper, man. He know when to stay down. This dude, man, I don't know what he gonna be because I mean, he's doing all of this. This is like what his 15th maybe games starting, 12 games starting, something like that. The sky's the limit for Yves, man. We all said he's a Clint Capella clone or he could be that. We don't know what he's going to be, man. Because right now, 21 points, 10 rebounds. He done had like 5 double-doubles or 5, I think, 10-plus point games scoring. He's leading pretty much all big men in every category as far as rookies. Damn near. And he's been an awesome find, man. At pick 21 we got him. If we did a redraft right now, where y'all think he would go? Because he ain't going 21. You know, somebody would definitely scoop him up before 21. I like the cat that Miami drafted, Khalil Ware. I don't know. I ain't been hearing nothing from him. You know, Donovan Clingan, he can't get on the floor. We still don't know what Zach Edey. Edey might come out and be something. He hurt, I think, right now. So you don't know with him. But
who was the first big man off the board?
I think it was Clingan and Edey. Okay. He's out playing Clingan. Now Clingan did have an amazing I think 23 or 24 rebound game or something like that. But his offensive game ain't really coming around over there. But you know, that could be, you know, the lack of a point guard or Scoot ain't really up to speed with him. Ain't no telling. But so far, man, Yves has been awesome, man.
Stacy said Sarr was Alex Sarr.
Yeah. I forgot about him.
From Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Sarr was.
He was number 2.
Yeah.
And I think Clingan went after him. And then Edey. Then then Misi.
Off to your point, DC, Yves over the last 10 games is averaging 10 points a game and almost 10 assists. So he's doing
10 rebounds.
10 rebounds.
Well, I wish he could get 10 assists too. That'd be dope.
1.3 assists. But yeah,
and
10.
You know the crazy thing
over the last 10.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
He just seems like he gets better every time you see him. He's
one of the bright spots.
Constantly.
Yeah,
I'm almost like halfway through the season or the back end of the season, man. We might see this dude shooting a 15-foot jumper or something. He improves at everything.
He's the anti Jackson Hayes, ain't no doubt about it. He definitely
everything we thought Jackson Hayes could be right now.
Should have been. Should have been. Yeah, but this guy could play, man. This guy and he learns fast. He's in there running the floor, a lot of good energy. And man, it's a positive with Yves. That's why I was saying with the Brandon Ingram impending trade. And I was asking the family members, does with Yves' performance, does it change their mindset in terms of the Pelicans trading for another center? You know, he's forcing that discussion.
Are you trying to push an agenda, Q?
No, not at all.
You sound like you're hitting that what I've been saying, that Brandon Ingram might just get re-signed to stay here.
If you're trading, if reports are, and we've been saying this for a while,
because he could have went to Utah and got a bag, but he didn't go. Like, come on, man,
he won't go.
Make it make sense, bro.
Well, that was the thing. The whole agency was like, "Hey, man, we got this for you. You know, you can go get that there." Yeah, I don't want it that bad though. You know, even though you go there, and he knows that once he ends up in Salt Lake City, he's not leaving. He knows that. So eventually he wants to go where he wants to go. And I think that $50 million a season crap, I think that's just him wanting it in certain areas of teams. And I don't think he'll get it, but I think he'll drop that number. That's what I think. If it's an attractive destination. They probably was
going to force a no trade clause in that contract too.
Mm-hmm.
Get you to put a no trade.
Oh yeah, he knew that. That's why he ain't go there. He could have had that money. And he decided, I ain't gonna go up there and get trapped in Utah because they worse than the Pelicans. In his mindset, like at least I can eat, and that's the culture and all this kind of stuff. The weather, I can do this.
Why did you say you can eat?
Wait, what happened?
Nah, he said, well, at least in New Orleans, I can eat.
Well, that's Lex. That seems to be the thing. A lot of these
restaurants in Utah.
Damn no.
They don't.
Now,
man.
the Jazz, that's the thing
There
about
ain't no
the
black
Jazz.
folks. Ain't no black
Ain't,
folks.
ain't
It's
no,
too
they
much.
got black,
It's
they
too
got
much
they got black
snow.
people up there. They got black people up there, you know.
See,
But the thing,
you know,
and a
we
lot of
deal
black,
with the snow, but when they
but
talk
that
about
ain't.
it's beyond snow in Utah, they get ice. Like it's ice now. You know,
No,
it's
it's just
beyond just snow. It's too
but it's
cold.
one of the situations where Utah has always been an organization that drafted well and were very strategic in acquiring free agents via trade. So if Utah is a winning destination, they would have to do it. Now they kind of fell on hard times up there. They've been accruing a bunch of draft picks, and Danny Ainge is trying to was brought up there to help reset the culture for Utah, the team winning culture, and it's just it's just very interesting. But yeah, a lot of people don't prefer to go down. He was gonna get his bag up there, and he turned it down, according to these reports. So, which makes me think that you ain't really serious about that. You're really not serious about it if you wouldn't go up there and get it. If that's what you really wanted to do. And plus, who would be the star of the team but not him? I mean, he would definitely be their guy. He would be
He a
running
lot
the
more
team.
flashy than what's the boy over there? Markham.
Uh,
Well, Mark,
uh,
I ain't gonna lie, Markham is
what's
different,
your
man.
It
That's the
wouldn't be
type of
Keontae.
player that
Keontae George. He wouldn't be it, but he'd be playing with Keontae George. And that kid's
That'd be all
phenomenal.
right. Keontae is good.
That kid's phenomenal, man. But he's not star power. He's not
Didn't
starting.
we had a chance to draft him, I think, didn't we?
I don't
In
remember.
that case, I think we had a chance to draft a whole bunch of cats.
It wouldn't have mattered.
I think
I
no,
know what you
you
did.
always say that. Be like, man, we could have drafted this guy. Be like,
Because we be doing all.
Gotta have something to look forward to or look back on.
I ain't gonna lie though, Lex.
look
That's
back
how we be
on.
doing.
Get
That's
a
what
little
we've been doing.
upbeat. If we would have just
Look.
did this and did that.
Yeah.
But Willie Green would have found a way to mess it up. I know. Tech Bliss, I see you.
Because the organization don't develop too great.
Right.
And I think
6'11".
really everything that Misi's been doing, I feel like that's him. Because that's what's in him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not getting help from the organization. He's just, listening to, Tice and
I think
everybody else.
I think he does get some help from him, Lex. I mean,
yeah.
What Tech Bliss is saying, he says 6'11". If he can pile on another 10 kilos and keep some athleticism, damn. And I could tell you right now, from when we seen, go look at his draft picture, or when you seen the first time you seen him in the summer league, and look at him now. The dude done already put on muscle. So the strength and conditioning staff, whatever they're doing, he is maybe, somebody who goes in and he takes everything serious. Like them people telling him to do stuff, he doing all of it. And
he in a gym.
doing his own stuff too, like you said.
Yeah.
Because you don't excel that fast just listening to some other people.
Nah,
and
he
not
working.
taking initiative and doing
Yeah,
it
that's
on
what
your
I'm
own.
saying. He's instilled some very quality work ethics. He's very focused, and you can clearly see that. But that really helps him because that's in him. That's a part of him. That's his his personality. So that's one thing that really helps.
That's true. He has a Herb Jones work ethic. I mean Herb Jones work ethic. That's what I think. I mean, he's a gym rat.
See him play with Herb Jones, man. Wouldn't that be something? Huh?
Yeah, that'd be two really good defensive players to help out, man. And like I said, it's maybe soon. DC next week, perhaps they're releasing more information there. You might be seeing them soon.
I think it'd be Thursday. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be happening soon.
I don't think Herb part of the rebuild. We don't know when we're gonna see Bi, but Herb.
It's something else different with him this time around, ain't it?
What Bi?
Yeah, now they saying that he has tendonitis. Hold on,
he is bullshititis. He got that
tendonitis.
Bullshititis. He got that. That's
okay.
What yeah.
Well,
he don't want to play. They're trying to get Willie out of here, man. Whatever. Or he trying to get out of here, whatever it is.
I don't know if it's them trying to get Willie out of here. Willie gonna get himself out of here. You can't. It's only a matter of time. You can't bottom out like this. You got 4 wins right now, and
well, I mean, really, with his new representation,
you're not gonna make it.
Hey, before we
I
go
mean,
down the black hole,
it-
can we
it's
answer
best to be
Hopper's question and give Misi his last little bit of props, and then we go tear everybody to shreds like we usually do every show?
No, I ain't gonna tell that some gun
I
shreds.
mean, we got to, man.
You doing it for itself. I don't have to do a damn thing.
Yeah,
But
that's
go
true.
ahead. What's the
My
question?
man Hoffa says, Yeez Misi, all NBA rookie first team, y'all. You know, so he's asking the question. I say yes.
Oh.
I say yes, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's feasible. I mean, this
Yeah.
this class was not as extensive, and
Drake
like
partner
that.
said no.
So I mean, I think it's a high probability. I mean, he's already up there
Mhm.
in the rankings. He's
Yeah,
up
he
there
is.
right now, and he's been consistent. He gets
Right.
consistent minutes. He and I think he's the only one who's really consistently averaging double doubles.
Yeah.
Right? Well, yeah.
He's
If
doing a
you're
good job,
And
man.
he's showing a huge learning curve, the ability to adjust, adapt, and grow.
I don't think Alex
very
Sarr,
honest.
Reese Sachet, I don't think they're doing that.
Is Sarr playing
Double?
center, or is he playing? I thought he was playing like power forward.
Who?
Sarr. Is he playing center for sure?
I mean,
I think he plays
don't
4
know.
next to Valachunas, doesn't
Yeah, I
he?
think he played a 4 spot.
He's a 4.
So
Okay.
I mean, they use him at
but
time at
still,
5.
is any other rookie averaging consistently a double double?
No. Not right now.
That right there alone should have him in first all rookie team.
I mean, they only got what 20 something more games before they're gonna be picking all this. They about to start voting on it probably in the next 10 games or so.
Hoffman
When you
says
get
he leads rookies in rebounds.
Yeah.
Like that's a big deal.
Rebounds, I think scoring too.
Yeah,
Even though, I mean,
where's
he
he
nine
with
points.
scoring?
It's got to be probably 9 points or something like that. 9, almost 10.
And where's he as far as defensively, like blocking shots and stuff? What
For
number?
rookies, I think he up there for that too.
I mean,
all the big man stats he got them.
I mean, he's up there. They said it took a long, so y'all can understand, Antonio Reeves, and I haven't seen the other rookies, but Antonio Reeves was the third rookie to score 30 points. He was only the third guy to have a 30-point game.
Oh damn! Why was Antonio Reeves' rookie year mirroring Jordan Hawkins a little bit? That's crazy. You have a 30-point game and then you barely get any playing time at week 4 and 18. He should have played tonight. Like, why he ain't play? We ain't playing for shit. You don't know what he could be or turn into. But I guess we're gonna have to wait till Willie get up out of here to find out. And people be forgetting Antonio Reeves was over there with the kid who killing it with Houston. What's the white boy name?
You talking about Reed?
Yeah.
Reed Shepherd.
He was over there with him and Dillingham. And he was the leading scorer on that team for Kentucky.
Yeah.
Man, with both of them.
Yeah.
And we can't find a bucket.
He was a transfer.
He plays defense tenaciously. Every time the man get in the game, it seemed like he wind up with a steal, even when he playing garbage time minutes. But we can't find a reason to play him, I guess.
Yeah.
And what everybody else gonna get you. Like this, the only person I want to see playing on the bench that we be putting out there is Brandon Boston, because you don't know what he is. You're gonna want to re-sign him, let him play.
Can you zoom in on that? Dang.
Bright spot. It's a bright spot. Now, what you talking about, Lex?
No, you had up everybody's stats. The rookie class. Could you pull that back up?
Hold on here. Yeah, what they're saying is this is already saying let's see. Well, this is kind of old, huh? All through Tuesday, November the 19th. It's a little old, but this is just a little older here. I was trying to find something more, but it does give you an idea of some of the players that have been balling. McCain from Philly.
Yeah, I know he had a stretch.
Yeah, and they talk about Jalen Wells, Dalton Connect. Talk about Risha Shar.
But again, what's something that you see that's consistent? No one has a double-double.
Not a double-double, no.
Well, I mean,
But he's
his numbers
Eves
have
is not.
gone up.
Yeah, it is, but he's not averaging a double-double over the last 10 games he has.
Ah,
But
okay.
when you put everything together, this is current number: 8.3 points, 7.6 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 54% shooting from the field. So yeah, he's over the last 10. He's
seven in scoring, man, for rookies.
yeah, but over the last 10 games, he's averaging 10 points, 10 rebounds over the last 10 games. So 10, 10, 10 for Yves. So it's a very positive thing, to be honest with you. You know, and them doing. What's up, Mary? Shout out to Mary.
And,
all right, so
the top 12 for assists.
Top 12 for the big man.
No, for overall rookies. I'm on StatMuse, just clicking on the bars and seeing who at the top.
That's a good. Yeah, he's doing a good job right now. Him and Brandon Boston
actually,
guys like they're a bright spot.
Klingon gets more blocks per game than him and Alex Sarr. So that's blocks per game. They don't show total blocks though.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He gets his block on too, but he been balling, man. I don't know too many rookie centers doing what he's doing. He getting a lot of minutes because of the injuries.
Field goal percentage though, 56%.
So that's a question that we talked about. It's like with the way Messi is playing, that it might force you to kind of consider when you trade Brandon Ingram, or if to be somebody else you trade, it's probably going to be Brandon Ingram because they can't afford him. So if you trade Brandon Ingram, I mean, what's so wild? I mean, it is what it is. You got to get his ass out.
I'm looking at his rebounds. Messi has 161 rebounds, and the next closest anybody is 114. Donovan Klingon.
So he's doing it, man.
He's far and above that.
He's definitely making a case for
rebounds a game too.
Yeah, they're saying in average in DC here, it's saying that he's 32nd in the NBA and rebounds average per contest, 7.6. So, I mean, the guy is doing some popping stuff. All that, that is good for a rookie big in a center in a position where he's not even the focal point of the offense. I mean, he's just running around there. He gets his lobs and he cleans up the glass and he gets what he gets.
And he gets steals, man. He number 6 in steals too.
Yeah, he's very active.
He's tied with Stephon Castle for steals, bro.
That's pretty good, man. It's a lone bright spot. I would wish that it would help with more in the success side of the game as a team in the win total, but it is what it is. But let's jump.
What category he doesn't lead that I thought he might? Personal fouls. He middle of the pack personal fouls, man.
Which is what a lot of people thought that he would be a paratrooper.
12, 13 look like.
Mm-hmm. He did that at first in the year, and first when he started getting out there, he started getting it, but it ain't take him long to figure out how to move, did it? Mm-hmm. That show you. So imagine if with consistent minutes, what this guy's gonna look like at the end of the year. So we just need the other components around him to step up to his level of play consistently. That's the big part. But his stats, let's hit the stats, fam. As we keep it moving here.
We had to do that dumbass shit, but let's go.
Nah, it's not dumb, bro. We gotta hit the stats, DC. Yeah, we gotta do that, bro. Don't be like the Pelicans.
No,
don't be like the Pelicans, brother.
I'm just saying, bro. When you start a game and we already know they're gonna lose,
DC.
It just take all the fun out of breaking down how they lost. We already knew how they was gonna lose.
Well, it's still in all, bro. You said that if that was the case, then why do a show? Just to sit up here with our glasses on?
We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. I'm just talking about the stats, but go ahead, man. I know
you just spent like 20 minutes, 30 minutes talking about Yves and Messi.
I'm telling you, DC, running your mouth about stats, and now you don't want to talk about them?
That's good stats.
You're a stat discriminatory.
This ain't even leftovers, man. It's like spoiled Thanksgiving food we about to read over here.
I don't know what you're talking about. DC.
Think of it like this.
All I want to do is go through my stats, bro.
Go through your stats, man.
In order to get some change,
still Thanksgiving food.
To kind of get things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say in order to get some change, you got to break $1 green. But
what is DC talking? A green dollar to get
A
some change.
green dollar.
That's
Why
something
did
in
you
this
get the
country.
green in there? Like we don't
That's
know what color
That's something.
Because Willie Green said
Like-
they can't put
like,
enough
that
quarters
case,
together.
That's something
in
from
that
DC
case,
country. Don't worry about it. It's just
it's not green. It's more of a forest green.
it
No,
is green. It's made. It's made.
Willie Green.
It's made from
Trees.
yes.
It's Willie Green.
What are we
DC
talking
money.
about,
DC
y'all?
money is literally leaves.
Nothing bullshit. Let him do the stat.
Jamaicanomics.
There we go.
Jamaicanomics.
That's a good
There
one.
you go.
Jamaicanomics.
There you go. Speaking
I
of
never heard it. That's definitely Jamaicanomics because I never heard that shit before. Order to make some change, you got to break a green dollar.
I mean,
Said
why
that
did
shit
you
was
say
fried.
green
I was
dollar
like,
like we didn't know what color?
Green dollar.
that shit didn't hit like you expected it to. Tell the truth, DC. That shit
I was
ain't
just
hit like
throwing
you
something out there
What
to see
color
what
is the
sticks. As
money
long as
down
I
in
can
Jamaica?
prolong these stats.
What color is the money down in Jamaica?
Willie Green.
DC.
Oh, he disrespecting y'all down there too.
DC a young old man. He threw that shit out there.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm just confused on why you said a green dollar. Like,
Because
why
he
did
ain't
you
play on
from the island. Lex.
Willie's
That's
name, and I kept
that's
talking
some
about the
Tyler
quarters
stuff.
earlier.
You trying to teach a Tyler
That's some island shit there, man.
I kept
told
talking
y'all,
about Willie
man.
Green with the quarters earlier.
Oh.
That shit didn't hit like he expected it to hit. Just be honest, huh?
It's definitely nigga knees. It's nigga knees, Jamal. It's old nigga knees. Q called it.
Jamaican.
That was some old
Don't
man
throw-
shit.
Some old Jamaican man shit.
That's
That's what
something
it
one of my
was.
uncles would have told me or something.
From
That's my
Jamaica.
brother right there.
Yeah, DC.
You know
That's some
what's
old.
gonna make the Pelicans change? When they break a green dollar.
It ain't hitting the same way.
Green dollar.
It ain't hitting the same. DC is not hitting the same way, brother. It's all right, brother. It's okay. All right.
know, ego trip. He is still employed. And it's like, what in the world is going on with this? What is going on?
Can you hold on to these stats for the next game? Because they're probably gonna look similar.
I'm just gonna hit search
they're not
stats.
gonna look similar.
It's not gonna be.
They're not gonna look similar.
I'm just trying to move past that
why.
green dollar bullshit you threw out there.
Ask
That's
me
all
why.
I'm gonna hit the people with.
A Willie Green dollar.
I'm gonna blitz the people with the stats.
They gonna look like this.
For they forget about that dumb bullshit you said about breaking the green dollar.
It's gonna look worse.
Oh yeah.
So, we gonna get. Well, he could just copy and paste the Knicks stats and put them up there.
Hold on, DC. Let me just do this stats,
than
man.
the
I don't that green dollar shit, man. That's
it might be worse than the Knicks.
You gotta go to where you gotta break
Oh,
green
Mary,
dollar.
that is a good question. Mary, that is a great question. The next team we face are the Phoenix Suns.
I can't wait for the matchup indicator. That's the part of the stats I'm excited.
Oh my gosh.
I want to
That's
see
the
what the
next
matchup
team we
indicator
face.
gonna say about this shit.
I don't give a damn about none of that. I know who's gonna win the
All I
next
gotta
game.
say
A green dollar. That's who gonna
Devin
Green
freaking
dollar.
Booker. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Devin freaking Booker. How many points did he put up on the Pelicans last 2 games? Oh,
I think
my gosh, he put up
45,
60? Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah, he did put up 60.
The Pelicans losing by 60.
And that's when Herb was playing, too. That was the crazy part.
man.
Oh, yeah. And he did.
Hold on, Lex.
Pelicans
We've yet to get to the preview aspect of the show.
I was
Damn
just
right,
Tasha.
DC
I
just
finally
screwed
can
up.
agree with Tasha, bro.
DC, could you
I can
please?
agree
Look
with
at
her,
Mary's
bro.
response, y'all. Look at Mary's response.
Oh,
J. Carvello said, I'm taking the over Booker under 30, under 45. Over.
Devin Booker over or under on 45 points. That's what we need to be debating.
Tasha says, Q, can't you see that reading the stats will trigger DC?
Yes, Tasha. I know it's a bar.
Green dollar.
I know it's a bar, Tasha. I know you spitting the metaphor, but I gotta
That was
stick
some
to the side I
bullshit.
agree with.
They
Looking
do.
at them stats don't trigger me. It ain't got nothing to do with reading, baby.
Oh, yes, it do. You go ahead and read the stats in DC. Go ahead. Since you have go ahead and read the stats, bro.
I have to take my glasses off.
No, let me. I'm gonna put a full screen for you. Go ahead and read the stats, brother. Go ahead. There you go.
I'll read the stat. if you could
Go
give
ahead.
me $100 green.
No, go ahead.
Hey,
Go ahead and read it. There
you
you
better
go.
be specific in those prayers because he'll go to a tree and just give you 10 leaves
That's what he talking about, a green dollar.
or
That's what he
100
talking
10.
about. Never heard that shit in my life.
When has 10 leaves been a green dollar?
Where you come from, DC?
What type of leaves them is? What them soursop leaves or something? What type of leaves?
Soursop.
Come on, man. Go ahead and read the stats, bro.
I thought you was gonna do it.
Man, you about to torture me with that
He
shit.
trying to change his tune.
I'll read it when they win.
Don't read. You come on. You got to read it, DC. Come on.
Go ahead, DC.
Didn't y'all watch
No.
Tasha comment? I told you I agree with her.
No, go ahead and read the stats, bro.
Why? I don't even want to talk about the stats, let alone read them.
All right, DC. Let me hit these stats, bro. You just going crazy tonight, bro.
Oh my God.
All right, field goal percentage for the Pelicans.
Skip
DC,
past
please,
this part of the show. He want me to read it.
please, bro. I'm not going to take
And pull up
long.
the matchup indicator. I'll take it from there.
No.
Hey, I second you, Big Q, but I also second you, DC.
I mean, it's a part of the show, man. We got to do it. We got to stay consistent.
And I'm in agreement with both of y'all.
We got to stay consistent. DC the one that went. DC the one. No.
I'm playing the one in the
the game was
the one in
torture.
the media.
Get it straight. The game was torture. The stats don't do your shit. The game was torture. Get it straight. All right, field goal
All I
for
see
the
is
Pelicans.
like watching.
DC,
Go
please.
ahead. You got it, bro. Go ahead.
Green
I didn't know
dollar.
he was gonna start. Go ahead.
I'm about to just get it over with, brother, if you don't mind, brother. All right. Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Green dollar. All right, 44 out of 100. Green dollar. You break a quarter with a green dollar. What the fuck are you talking about?
Break a quarter.
We are never going to get to these stats, gentlemen.
DC should have just bust out a little giant. What?
Goodness, my temples are hurting.
What? DC, a young old man with that shit.
Man,
all
we
right,
gotta laugh. We're gonna be up here crying. Talk about the Pelicans burning down, man.
Nah, we'll be all right.
Seattle.
Remember that pride comes before fall.
Yeah.
All right. And they are falling. They definitely falling. So that biblical verse is true. 44 out of 100 the Pelicans shot tonight, 44%. They were 13 of 42 from downtown. So they got their 40 shots off from downtown, 13 to 42, 31%. The Hawks were 49 of 96 for 51%. They were 10 of 38 for 26.3. The Pelicans were 11 of 17 from the foul line for 65%. Hawks 16 of 20 for 80%. The Hawks out-rebounded the Pelicans 51 to 41. The assist game was for the Hawks 30 to 21. Pelicans 15-12 on the steals. 5 to 4 on the blocks for the Pelicans. They had 16 turnovers with 23 points given up off those turnovers. Hawks 18 turnovers, 27 given up on them. The Hawks won the fast break battle tonight, 33 to 26, and the points in the paint battle tonight by 20, 74 to 54. So yes, this is a part of it. The game Pelicans led by 9, the Hawks by as much as 12 in the matchup. If we go to the individual side of things for our squad, man.
Oh, you don't want no stats jumped out
the top scorer for the Pelicans tonight was CJ McCollum with 29 points in 35 minutes, 12 of 26 from the field, 3 of 11 from downtown, 6 boards, 2 assists for CJ, 23 from Yves Missi on 11 of 14 shooting. He was doing a phenomenal job. His foul shots really sucked. He was 1 of 4 on that, but he did finish with a double-double, 23 points, 12 rebounds, and a block and a steal by young Yves. 14 from Trey Murphy in 37 minutes. He was 5 of 12 from the field, struggling from downtown, 3 of 9. He had 5 assists and a board and 2 steals to go along with those 14 points. We've seen DeJounte Murray with 7 in 38 minutes. He was 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 7 from downtown. He had 10 assists with 5 boards. He had 5 steals, but that production point-wise was low. 10 from Javonte Green in 26 minutes, 6 boards, 2 assists to go along with him. And then off the bench, 19 from Brandon Boston in 29 minutes. He was 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 7 from downtown, 4 rebounds and a steal by Brandon Boston, 7 from JRE and 3 rebounds, 2 steals and an assist. And Daniel Tice in 13 minutes, 3 points, 4 boards. Alfred Payton played a total of 6 minutes tonight. All he had was an assist and a steal, but he was +3 there, and that was enough to lead the Pelicans because he was the only player in with a plus in terms of the plus minus. Everybody was -6, -15, -15, but he was the only player tonight for the Pelicans +3. All right, so anyway, all right, DC, Lex, that'll do that. Let's kind of move into the aspect of the Phoenix Suns matchup as we move a little ahead here, as you can see.
Yeah, the stat that jumped out at me, Q.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it over to you, brother. But this is the matchup indicator showing that the Suns 65.4%, saying that they're going to do this thing. It should be a lot higher. But at the end of the day, they're coming off a win here, and the Phoenix Suns are 11-8, 4-4 on the road. This is the first of 3 matchups I think we got against the Hawks. Yeah, I mean of the Suns. Yeah, first of 3 in the Smoothie King Center, where the Pelicans are now 4-18, 3-7 altogether. And we have the Suns, and then a couple of days later, we have OKC in the upcoming week. We'll see which players we gain back, but at the same time, Pelicans are in dire straits here. So the floor is you guys. You can feel free. Start with you, DC.
I couldn't believe the Pels actually led by 9 points. You got it, Lex. That kind of jumped out at me.
Okay, so are we talking about the stats or just going on to the next game?
We just hop into the next game. I think we done pummeled them enough on the other one, unless you still got a point to make about the last matchup. But what do you think about the Suns preview?
Well, KD's playing, and so is Booker. And I'm thinking about the last few games against the Suns. Devin really went off, and that was with Herb Jones in the game. 4-19. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got it, DC. I mean,
right. It's hard, man. It's getting difficult, right?
I mean, it's like, do we need to go in depth? The Suns are a really good team. They're a really good team. They struggled when KD was out, but now they're back on track. These guys are playing well. Stacy mentioned the rookie. Their rookie is nice. He really his game. He really knocks down shots. They really use him a lot. He plays off ball a whole lot, but he's really nice. I forget his name, but yeah, he's really nice. This is a complete team. Whether Bradley Beal is playing or not, these guys knock down shots, man. They knock down shots. Really got to hit the boards. They've really beefed up in their front court. So, compared to last season, so they do hit the boards a whole lot better. They did go out and get a point guard, and Tyus Jones, whom the Pelicans, I think at one time were looking at, but yeah, they got a point guard who can really distribute to their stellar shooters in KD and Beal if he's playing, and obviously Booker. They still have
you all right, DC?
Grayson.
I was looking at the Devin Booker stats. I'm sorry.
Okay. They still got Grayson Allen, who's a knockdown shooter. They got shooters everywhere. So this is really going to be a tough game.
They got Josh Iguodaro, DC. That's another guy we scouted.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the rookie?
Yeah, the big.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They really have. They have a complete attack, and plus they're winners. They know how to win. So this is definitely a tough task. You know, they have a strong identity. They know who they are. They know what they're doing out there. Nobody's really confused. And they're consistent
But it
throughout
helps when you're trying to
48
win.
minutes. Say again?
I said it helps when you're trying to win, doesn't it, Lex? You're not confused. You got an identity.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yes, it does. Their
And
foundation, their skill sets are all it's
just
all
getting this
top
stuff
tier.
straight.
It's
Just
all
getting this
top
stuff
tier.
straight.
Their IQ is top tier. Their coaching
crazy.
is top tier.
Who's the coach again, Lex?
Oh, Coach Bud. Coach
That's
Bud.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Coach
but
Bud.
good
Oh,
coach.
that's definitely a loss. Coach Buddenheim is
Yeah.
down there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And I did say that, Hoffa. I just said it in the manner of 4-19. Or excuse me, is it 18 or 19?
it's 19. It's gonna be
Okay,
19.
yeah,
4-19.
4-19.
4-22.
Okay.
I
Mark
did
it.
say four. I did say
did
4
say
and 20. I did say 4 and 20. I'm gonna span at least
I mean,
4
that's what
20.
that's what the Pelicans are going up against. One thing I know for sure, effort wise, energy wise, if y'all ain't gonna come out the right way, I mean, definitely, it's gonna be a very, very bad L. But with Devin Booker, it seems like, man, when this dude comes to the SKC, this dude goes off.
Man, you got his
Okay,
ass right
like
there.
off. Maybe
Yeah.
off. Maybe off, because he had 60 the last game, right? That's 6.
He had 52, and a
we
month
rounded-
earlier he had 58.
We're rounding up again, 60. So yeah, I mean, Devin Booker always seems to just go off. He's been going off on the Pelicans, and let me tell you something. I'm pretty sure they looking at who's next on the calendar. Oh, this is barbecue chicken.
Well, we got to remember something. Zion did the 360 dunk, and in some ways, you could kind of say we're responsible in some ways for kind of the unraveling of that version of the Suns with Mikal Bridges and Chris Paul and all of that. Because after we did that, it was kind of downhill for them, and then they went and reloaded with Kevin Durant and all that. And I know Booker remember that.
Well, I mean, yeah,
oh yeah, he takes some games personal,
so
man.
he come out here and he plays with a chip on his shoulder every time he plays, as you saw with his stats up there. Last 2 games against us, the man had 52 and 58. And then I was going back looking at other stats. He had about 4 or 5 40 games in there, a bunch of 30-something games and 20-something games. He averaged 25 points on us and 50% shooting. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't and we ain't even do KD. KD really like playing us too.
Yeah, he does.
Because he got Brandon Ingram and he really respects Herb Jones. So he come out there with a chip on his shoulder.
Neither of them are playing.
But you know, Bradley Beal.
Playing?
Yeah, I think they are playing. Yeah. Bradley Beal is doubtful for they got the Spurs. The Spurs.
No, I'm talking about Brandon.
My bad.
Brandon Hurt.
Damn, Lexi, you know, it's so sad. We so garbage. You said that and it didn't even register you was talking about us. Because I really, in the back of my mind, I know that shit wouldn't matter anyway. So it's like, I thought it had to be something you were saying about Phoenix, because this is just like an automatic loss to be.
Yeah. Oh no, KD. I don't know about Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's been in and out of the lineup here and there. He may play, he may not play, but really,
they don't really need him to beat the Pelicans.
Yeah, exactly. To reserve him, they
just sit him.
Will sit him.
Yeah, put Royce O'Neal in there.
Yeah, give him an extra day to heal.
Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and KD could sit on. We might still lose.
Yeah, KD and Booker alone, they gonna wreak havoc. They gonna wreak havoc, and they really their role players understand their roles, and they play them very well. So I mean, this is a tall task for the Pelicans. It's a lot, even if they come out with the right energy. You're talking about you're going to have to put on a clinic offensively.
Yeah.
And don't sleep on Phoenix's defense. They play defense. Okay, like all of them. Book, he plays defense, believe it or not. KD, I think he's kind of solidified, these last few seasons, because he goes up in there, blocking dunks and stuff like that. KD's been pretty consistent doing that. So yeah, this is gonna be a tall task. I mean, the only way I can see the Pelicans winning this is if really the whole starting lineup and some of their the sixth man and seventh man and maybe the eighth man off the bench being sick or something, and they just can't play.
I do respect the fact Coach Bud came there, and then of course he brought in Tyus Jones to kind of settle all the rest of those guys down to their roles, take pressure off of Booker. Because I remember last year Devin Booker was handling the ball a lot. They also had Bradley Beal doing that. Now these guys could kind of do what they do. So, and plus he pushed the ball well.
Shooting guards.
Yep. So yeah, and they're well coached. That's another big part of the game too. And you mentioned identity and IQ. That's for a team that doesn't have an identity and has low basketball IQ. It's damn near impossible to beat a team that does.
No coaching.
Right. DC, you want to chime in, brother?
Oh, well, I ain't got nothing else to say about the Suns, man. We gonna get burnt. Roasted Pelican. They're gonna be eating on it, dog. It's over. We got another topic we're going to, or we listen to.
Go ahead. Yeah, CJ had an interview that popped up. Let's hear what he the
29 points on 26 shots. Good game.
Gave ourselves a chance. Give them credit. They executed. We didn't get stops down the stretch. They got out and ran. They scored in transition, got some lobs, and kind of blew the game open where we couldn't get it under 6. We got it to 8, got it to 7, couldn't get under 5, and they closed the game out down the stretch. But if we play like this consistently, we'll be able to stack some wins up and give ourselves a chance.
For sure. About the pace that you guys played with offensively tonight, seemed like that was a lot more maybe what coach wanted to see.
Yeah, considering it was a back-to-back, I thought we did a good job getting the ball up court, advancing it, taking the ball out quickly if we get scored on, and having an understanding of, how fast we want to play while playing smart and trying to keep our turnovers low.
We talked about Eve a lot on the defensive end, and it seems like his offensive game is growing. And it's not just, I'm getting a put back here, put back there. We're starting to see a little bit more. What have you seen from him?
No, he's great, man. He's smart. He absorbs, information well. He's watching film. He's getting his work in. And, he joked that he was like, he's basically played almost a full season of what he played in college in terms of games, the travel, how physically and mentally draining and demanding it is, but he's handling it well, and he's growing, and you're seeing the development defensively, obviously, and then his ability to rebound, finish around the basket, great feet. It's been, the bright spot of what's happened so far for our season.
What's been the process been like with you and DeJounte just figuring out that backcourt time to work off each other?
Yeah, we're getting better. Getting better at, play calls and just getting used to each other. This is our, third, fourth game together. He got hurt in the first game of the season, so it takes time. Obviously, we had training camp, but then there was a break where we both were injured and rehabbing. So we're flying the plane while it's in the air, so to speak. So we got to speed up our learning curve and continue to get better and continue to give ourselves a chance to win games.
How tough is it for a team just to not play with the weight of feeling like, man, it's tough for us to get over that hump right now?
No, we just got to go out there and play hard. I think that's the biggest thing. We're all pros. We've all been playing for a long time, and we all are prepared. Coaches give us the game plan. We take care of our bodies, and we execute. And I think it's about being free. The worst part of the season is behind us. Now we just got to move forward. Guys are starting to slowly come back, and we'll be able to, give ourselves a chance with a full, healthy roster soon.
It looks like you guys are going to be pretty close to getting B.I. and Herb back as well. How much you kind of looking forward to seeing what that looks like?
Yeah, I mean, the talent matters in the NBA. You want to be able to put your best players out there and be able to have them play heavy minutes, and it makes the game easier for everybody.
Thank you, sir.
All right, CJ McCullough, man. His thoughts on Messi and the fact of the potentiality of getting Herb and B.I. back soon to help out with the Pelicans' woes. So this is something that we'll be facing this week to kind of change things around, so to speak. So quick thoughts on this before we get ready to end the stream, DC and Lex.
Did he say that the worst is behind us?
He did say that. Yes, he did.
What was he referring? What were we talking about?
The worst part of the season, meaning all the losses and stuff, they're about to get to winning.
Interesting.
Very
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah. He said something else too. Oh, when he said we trying to get it down to 8, trying to get it down to 6 and 5, why didn't he say trying to get the lead? Like, what? Is that the goal here? We trying to get the lead, buddy.
Say, Lex.
Like, am I misunderstanding something?
Yes.
What? What is that type of mentality there?
What stat jumped out to you from them stats Q was dying to read? That we led by 9 points. CJ was shocked when he saw that. He didn't even know we led by 9 points. He didn't remember that.
I don't think he was.
The man is in a perpetual circle of fighting to come back from behind in 20, 30-point losses. So the fact that we cut it down to 7 and 6, he was like, oh shit, we might actually be able to tie the game. They ain't thinking about winning. They're trying to compete.
Yeah, that was an interesting statement because I'm like, okay, isn't the goal to have the lead?
I'm just saying, man, they lost their confidence. Remember that.
Well, that's what Willie said, and DeJounte did speak for himself. Dog, I got confidence. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, I'm gonna let you know. I'm speaking for me. I got plenty of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you, and then he went on to say, what, man, if you in the NBA and don't have confidence, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Yeah.
He said swagger too.
Plenty of confidence.
He said swagger and confidence.
Man.
So Willie said.
CJ obviously, is not in the mindset of us being able to win. We're trying to, we were going out there today and just trying to be able to compete. Winning was on the back burner. We got to be able to be in the game.
So the worst ain't behind you, dog. That's in your present. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little political double speak.
Because if you ain't talking, no, because you're embracing in the present losing.
He's looking at it.
Behind you.
He's looking at it as them figuring it out, and we had the difficulty. No, he's saying in terms of the injury situation. That's what I think he's referencing it.
Everybody in this organization is trying to figure it out.
They don't. It's a lot of. It's, to be honest with you, man.
Oh my gosh.
They're not rock steady enough to be able to deal with trade rumors of one of their star players over their heads. A coach that hasn't defined the identity of the team. He is his message is turning stale. They're in the throes of a 9-game losing streak, and the majority of the games are non-competitive. Or they're half-ass games. So there is a barrage of errors and issues that they don't even have the capacity to understand, or better yet, to even deal with.
And the Pelicans are making their weekly news cycle as well. With Zion being back in the news and everybody commenting on what's going on. Big Q. Drew Holiday has made some interesting comments today about Zion Williamson. I shot it to you. You go ahead and pull up the video.
You got it.
Get it,
brother.
I sent it to you. Go ahead and pull it up. Put it up there.
DC, man, you put stuff up there all the time, brother. You can't put that up there.
I'm just giving you your respect.
I gotta get you.
You the MC in the building.
Try to do it right. This
MC Big Q.
And this the thanks I get. Hello. Try to do it right. Dang, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody tell you put that piano and all that bullshit up there, but you do it though.
Started this Q. And this the thanks I get. Hello.
Trying.
I caught you on that jump. I heard that bullshit you said, DC.
Let's hear what Drew Holiday got to say about Zion, man.
All right, here we go.
Zion is one of the most gifted players that I've ever seen. I don't know if they have to adjust the fit to him down there, if he need to maybe slide out, like have a different fit with somebody else. But I feel like he needs a change in some kind of way.
If you was his coach, what would you have him do?
I'd have him play a little bit more defense.
Okay.
Challenge him.
That's not a knock on him. I think that makes him the talent that he is. That would elevate his game. Offensively, bro, I think he got it. He is promising, bro. Like, at least when I had him as a rookie, it was amazing. I've seen him at 280, 290, still like above the rim like this. If he challenged himself defensively and his teammates saw that, I feel like they would follow. I've seen JT and JB doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen how much they wanted to win. I feel like if Zion added that part to his game, that's just something that I would challenge him to every single day. He's way too good to be to the play-ins every year.
All right. That's from Paul George podcast, podcast P. Let's touch on it. DC, what you Lex, DC, what you think about Drew's commentary, man, on that? What you think?
Lex got it. Go ahead. I'll go after you, Lex.
And this is Drew Holiday talking, man. He was here and got traded out of here. It hits different with him talking.
He gave you some keys in there, man.
Yeah.
He gave you something.
I think it's interesting the way that he put, the change, because he really didn't elaborate on change. He really didn't elaborate a whole lot. But I do agree with him that change is needed. Now, what that change means, does that mean trading Zion? Does that mean them actually?
He said he need to either slide up out of there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's interesting how he kind of left that open. He didn't really elaborate on that word, but I definitely do agree with him that a change needs to happen. I mean, that I'm in total agreement, because the thing is that I don't feel like, I feel both ways. And I've said this before. I don't feel like the organization has done enough for Zion, and I don't think Zion has done enough for them. I think it's mutual. I think, there's been a huge clash. I mean, we can look at it right now. The organization has lied to us. Like, Zion could be ready to go like he said he was, and they could be holding him back. We don't know. I think the PR with Zion and the whole being reactive, not really, getting things around Zion that he needs in order to succeed. I understand both sides. Because obviously, Zion, he needs to step it up. But it's also, hey, the organization's got to step it up too. And we've seen them lie and mislead the supporters of them. So change is needed. If they're really going to commit to Zion, it's not just, it's everything. It has to be the philosophy. It has to be the coaching. It has to be, the team. It has to be the medical staff. It has to be everything. And I think I'm going to go back to what Tasha was saying. Like, investing in a player is not just financially. It's really positioning the pieces around them to succeed. And when you look at other picks around the league, other, top stars around the league, they really had that. They really do have that, where someone really took them under the wing, and it's like they position them, hey, hey, you're going this way. Hey, we want to get you right here, buddy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Zion has always had that. So, I mean, I think he really kept it kind of general. I know he, talked about his defense, and I feel like obviously when you're able to get into the conditioning where you can play, have that defensive gear, because that's a whole nother conditioning. I don't know if anybody knew that or not. Defense is a whole nother part of conditioning. Like, when you don't have the ball, like, you have to work way harder. So the thing is, and it's not just Zion, a lot of players in the league, that's why they just commit on offense. But to play defense, you are in a whole nother stratosphere as far as conditioning. with Zion and, coming back from injuries, that's very challenging. It's very challenging. I mean, he has to do things like outside of practice, outside of games, for a long, he has to do a whole lot extra just to get to that, like a whole lot quicker. So, yeah, definitely the defense, because when Zion's defensive prowess is there, it makes a huge difference. It really makes his team unstoppable. But yeah, change definitely has to happen. What that change is shoot, it can mean a whole lot of stuff.
Well, I think Drew hit it on the money. He told the line, obviously, go either way you like to go. He said, I feel like sometimes it's about fit. And maybe I don't know if they have to adjust the fit to him down there, or maybe slide him out and have a different fit with somebody else. That's his quote. And I think Drew, you gotta take the context of that. Drew's been here. Drew been here with him playing with who? Half the people on his team when Drew was there wasn't here, except for who? Brandon Ingram. So Drew's talking about the fit. Drew didn't play with him and Brandon Ingram. I think if you're reading in between the lines, he's alluding to them two not fitting. And they need to play a style that fits Zion. Because he said, in his own words, Zion is probably one of the most athletically gifted players he ever seen. He wouldn't change anything about his offensive game. He need him to play defense because everybody else going to lock in and play defense. And I agree with that. If you'll start, because I think Drew's also saying that because I'm one of the people who always is quick to point out when everybody's talking about how bad Zion was defensively, that he's actually a really good defender. He lazy, but he a really good defender when he decides to play defense. A lot of times he be lazy, he don't go for rebounds, don't do it, and he just turns it on when he wants to. So if Zion would lead the charge and play defense, you looking at, a top 5 defensive team, top 6, whatever we've been when he decided to do that. It don't even matter who the coach is. There ain't shit special about Willie Green. If you get Zion brought into that, it's going to exude across the whole roster. So I think Drew is basically saying, Zion and BI got to split. If you ain't willing to split from BI, you got to get Zion up out of there because it ain't going to work. And the more you think about it, it won't, because the type of player you want with Zion is somebody who hits, 3-pointers at a high level. I mean, Steph Curry would be the perfect player, but you ain't getting no damn Steph Curry. Trey is definitely awesome. But if you had an all-star player of the caliber of Brandon, but their skill set wasn't the mid-range, it was more the 3-point line, that'll fit a lot better with Zion. The only person I could see us realistically getting pretty easy, nobody ain't going to want, Zach LaVine. But why would we get Zach LaVine and pay him $45 million, right? So we probably going to have to keep tanking, get somebody in the draft and look to build around Zion. And I hear, I see a lot of people in the chat, a few people. Yeah, you Slimps out. You said it. Change the scenery, huh? Mm-hmm. So I'm against the whole trade Zion narrative. I understand he don't play enough. I'm sick of this. I get all of that. I'm sick of it too. But you have Zion under contract for 3 years that you can cut and the money not on your books. Why is everybody in such a frenzy or urgency to try to trade him? Again, if you do want to trade him, wouldn't it make sense to make him earn that value? You do realize that Zion's contract is guaranteed in percentages at check marks for how many games he plays, this and that, and we complain about him not playing. You really think that Zion going to intentionally miss all of these games the next 3 years and not get paid. Zion can't even request a trade and sit out because he's gonna lose money.
Griff is already sitting him out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he's trying to get what, Willie Green out of here? Why are you sitting him out?
I mean, to stay under the luxury tax, y'all say he got to play a certain amount of games, but the thing
he already missed enough games to be under the luxury tax.
Okay, then why is he out then? Because they're not telling us anything. They tell us everything about everybody else.
He's not gonna make the 61 games, so his salary is already. We only $2.8 million over the luxury tax. Just $2.8 million. Like, we pull off a trade without the Zion thing we get from up under the luxury tax. Who would get, man? It can't be that hard to get rid of Daniel Tice, right? And somebody else, get rid of Javonte Green or whoever else.
Daniel Tice was about to go overseas. The only reason why it's here because it was a better option compared to going overseas. You make what? Don't you make more money over here?
I mean, I think it depends on the situation, because I think somebody like Patrick Beverly probably making big bucks over there. It just depends on the situation. Some of them dudes, they be getting contracts, 30, 40, $50 million overseas and stuff. Not a year, but the whole contract.
Yeah, I agree with Stacey, man. I mean, the thing is, Griff is power struck, and he's gonna destroy if Zion is looking to have any type of something going on with his career. Okay, 6 years in, and you don't have much to show for.
I'm blacker than you.
I mean, I just think for the sake of Zion's career, I mean, it's probably because if the Pelicans are keeping Griff, if they keeping Willie Green, and I don't know if y'all noticed, they prolonging this junk. Any other team would have already got rid of Griff and got rid of Willie. And we named all the coaches that had better records than Willie Green just last season, and they got fired. They didn't waste no time. Even when
did they get extensions, Lex?
Man, who cares about the extension? Monty Williams just got a fat contract. He was in a contract, and the owner went to Trajan and was like, "Hey, whatever you want to do, I got your back. I'm gonna support it." You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not playing. Like, it's like, look, it's like, hey, you the new GM, I'ma support you. I brought you in here to get things right. The thing is like Griff has not done anything with this team. And right now, look, we just named on last stream. Look at Najee. Look at Dyson. Look at Matt Ryan. They're doing well, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing well. That doesn't say that, yeah, that doesn't say anything. And I want to point this out. Check this out, man. Who would have thought that Dyson Daniels would be a legitimate starter before Trey Murphy? Not disregarding injuries.
Who
would have thought that?
I'm not taking Dice over Trey, even at his.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the fact that who would have thought that he would go to another team, be a legitimate starter, and he's not a starter because of injuries. He's a starter because he's a starter.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying.
When guys start coming back, guess who's going to the bench, y'all?
That's because our coach stupid.
But that's my point. That's my point. Who would have thought he would be a legitimate starter somewhere else before Trey Murphy? That's my point.
Trey would have averaged 20 points somewhere else and be a borderline all-star.
I mean, the thing is that, like, I feel like when I look at how quick guys get away from the Pelicans and go and flourish in a different system under different coaching, it's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. So you're talking about guys who have been here 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. just imagine if they were in a different system with a different coach, how much they would flourish.
We all imagine that, Lex. That's why we want Willie fired.
Well, I mean, that'll take.
How long though?
It's going.
Well, this is the dilemma though, Lex. We're
It's
paying another coach still. Have we ever been able to find a Stan Van Gundy contract? We have no idea.
So is Detroit.
They settled that.
Monty Williams.
That's taken
It's
care
out.
of.
So they're not paying him no more.
That's taken care of.
So you got Miss Benson who owns 2 teams. She
Right.
fired one coach during the season with the Saints, who they gonna play next year, right? And then you fire Willie Green, and you got to hire 2 new coaches. Why are you paying both of the old coaches? I'm just saying, like, you know
what?
It depends.
That's the problem.
Can it
That's
get
the
worse?
problem.
Hey,
It's
if the owner fired Monty Williams, okay, he had the biggest, he had the number 1 contract in the league.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's just one situation. You're looking at where it's multiple situations. Then we got this used car salesman who's talking to her and probably telling her you need to fire said coach, right? But you already did this before and fucked it up. So it's like this weird situation where she's probably telling him you need to make it work if you still won't be here.
I mean, DC.
But he know he can't make it work with him. So he begs James Borrego to come back. And then we got all the shit we got now. When James Borrego came back, we all knew what time it was. We know why James Borrego came back.
Yeah.
We know why we heard all the reports around the team that David Griffin was terrified of James Borrego leaving. We saw what happened when the Pelicans played the Thunder, Lex, and you know, we was beating the drum all year long about Willie and his constant fuck-ups. But when they played the Thunder, all of the other teams in the NBA, that would have been it. He's gone. What happened after that? We heard news of Willie Green had an extension prior to the season that they dropped after that horrible series against the Thunder.
Well, DC, to be honest, the reports that did release right after the season ended, the regular season ended, that reported that the contracts.
So that wasn't after the Thunder series. That was during the Thunder series.
The news of the contract was released right at the end of the regular season. That's when the news leaked for one day.
The end of the
for
season,
one day, then there was a media block. They allowed it to leak, and then they blocked it where the reporters were not allowed to follow up.
Couldn't really talk about. Yeah, right.
See, so we covered it, but the news said, the article said that the contracts, if they were signed in November, that was what, 5 to 6 months later that they allowed it to leak for that one time period, that they issued extensions, that David Griffin signed extension, Trajan Langdon signed an extension, and Willie Green did. And the details of these contracts are undisclosed, the same way they are for Dennis Allen.
It's interesting. They show don't make Zion's contract undisclosed.
Well, then the thing is about the Detroit thing. The Detroit thing is they got a history of championships there. So they have a long, rich history of winning in Detroit that they can fall back on. They have an identity as a franchise, that they're a gritty team. And they kind of reach back there when Chauncey Billups and Ben Wallace was there, Rip Hamilton, those guys reached back to them old Detroit Piston ways, and they kind of used that to win that current championship. But outside of that,
vibe is their city. That's their city.
That's the vibe of the city. That's right.
Into the people.
Tap into the vibe. Blue collar, gritted city. Yes,
and they don't do that in New Orleans.
Well, they
is looking at the team. You know, I can decipher the difference, and I'm not even from there, nor do I live there. But I can tell there's a huge difference.
I mean, we talk about Gail Benson. Gail Benson, and I say it all the time, Gail Benson is an ambassador. She don't know a lot about the pro sports. we know how she got the team. Her husband, she married the man. The man used to bring her everywhere. He brought her to the league meetings for the NFL. He brought her to the league meetings with NBA, and was trying to give her as much game before he got up out of here. Then he believed he left her with people that he can trust, but these people are taking advantage of her. The guy that's there now, the team president, we need to start focusing on him. We need to start putting pressure on the team president, because it goes to David Griffin, but David Griffin has a boss. His name is Dennis Lexxah. Dennis Lexxah is the president of the Pelicans. He's the president of the Pelicans. He's David Griffin's boss. He is the one that is supposed to be overseeing David Griffin. And the reason I'm putting the stress on him is because we're going to force him out.
You're right to put stress on him, because for him to hire David Griffin, and ain't he on the Saints side too?
He's the same dude on
the same position.
Same position.
He got Mickey Loomis running around crazy over there.
Same way, like
good at his job either.
No. That's what I'm saying. The team, when I talk about it all the time, that's why I don't really be saying a lot about it, because
but ain't Dennis Lexxah, ain't he in the same position as Mickey Loomis, as far as he's been tied to this to the Bensons for a long time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, he came up through the ranks and really gained power and got really up to the top when the incident happened with Randy Mueller. When Randy Mueller was fired by Tom Benson, because and then 2 years prior, Randy Mueller, who was the former general manager before Mickey got it, was turning the Saints into something real. He was the general manager, the executive of the year. Then 2 years later, I think it's 2 or 3 years later, he was fired because he was making moves and not consorting with the owner. He made a move and didn't consult with the owner, and Tom Benson didn't forgive him. He just dismissed him. Now he's back with the team, but in a lesser role. But when that happened,
that's messed up.
But when that happened, that's when Dennis Lexxah got higher in the organization, and there's speculation that he was the one that was telling Tom Benson, "Hey man, that guy's over there making those moves."
Oh wow!
That's how he was able to get to the. I know about all these.
Hold on. I ain't saying the Q.
That guy right over there, he's doing stuff he ain't got no business doing. That's how he got him.
Hey,
yeah, man, I'm telling y'all, man. I know.
Did his eyes buck when he said it?
You damn right they was bucking. He was Ted Bundy looking eyes. That's what that dumb bitch was doing. But like I said, man, the point is how you force change. Well, you gotta stay on them. You gotta get people to ride with you. And you can't go down now. But see, this is going to be a lot easier than the Saints was. The Saints was, because there's a lot of stupid Saints fans, as they're called. Not all of them, but that's why I created the community called the Great Saint Think Tank, involving thought process thinking, because there's a lot of people that'll, whatever the team say to do, they'll do it. Just idiots, no brains, nothing, just drones, mindless automatons, no brains, no logical process. You don't buy into a bad product. You don't go and buy it. A ride or die doesn't mean that you allow the team to abuse you. It's a bad relationship, then you cut bait and run. You cut off. You don't involve yourself in a one-way relationship. The moment is one way. You make your statement, you live down. And loyalty bullshit.
No,
it ain't loyal.
Where's that loyalty at?
It's a two-way street. Everything's a two-way street.
It's a relationship.
Right.
It's a relationship that you have with your supporters.
If the moment you violate, then
man, all of us
gotta demonstrate, right?
We investors, man. We're investors. We invest our time, our money, and emotions. We hold stock for this thing, because the thing is, if enough of us, don't go to the games, they gonna have to do something.
We don't. Lex, listen, they're not going. And I'm gonna say this, leave it alone, because I don't want to go in a long rant on it. But yes, Molly, that was the word on the street. That's what happened with Dennis Lexxah. That's how he gained power and got to the president position in the Saints organization. That he was going behind the scenes telling Tom Benson about what Randy Mueller was doing. That's how he gained power. And how I know that? Because I got the word on the street, baby. I've been around here. Also, listen, about the Pelicans thing, it's going to be a lot easier than it's going to be a hell of a lot easier than the Saints, the Pelicans are already setting up for a fall right now. And we said this prior to the broadcast. I mean, the season starting, that if Willie doesn't show improvement in his 4th year as a head coach and he doesn't win, then he's going to be the fall guy. They understand that. They understand that there's already been toughness here. They got 4 wins right now in a really brutal schedule for December. He's not going to make it out of December. He's not going to make it out of December. You know, and like I said, and I'm not in the way the team, because at first you see them competing and then they just fall off a cliff. You getting certain guys back. Listen, realistically speaking, and DC, we done had this conversation before. It usually take these guys sometimes between 5 to 10 games. Like when you watch Brandon Ingram, when he gets hurt, it takes him like a minimum of 8 to 9 games before he looks like himself. Before he gets his win. When guys get hurt, it takes time. Look how DeJounte Murray looks. It's going to take, he's been out for a long time. It's going to take these guys anywhere between 5 to 10 games before they start getting back to what they were, you know, and feeling regular again. And while that's happening, you're going to be losing some games because some coaching is going to be involved. You're going to start getting some infighting. That's going to start happening too as the losses mount up, plus is the pressure of these competing factions and the agencies coming in. You got Rich Paul's agency involved now with Brandon Ingram. So all of this is also going to play a part as we're in December now. Remember, the window for him getting traded, he makes that move into December. Between now and the trade deadline, Rich Paul and them got to get to work. That's in the early February.
15th, man, is a big deadline, as you can see right here with the graphic we got up. There's 2 players that become available or eligible on December 15th. That would be Daniel Tice
and Javonte
Green. So we can have that added salary if you need help, you know, matching Brandon Ingram and whatever we bringing back and part of the trade. And if we are to trade Brandon Ingram and they have a deal lined up, I would guarantee you they will probably be waiting till December 15th to execute it. And if you look at it from that point of view, it would also make sense why Brandon is taking his sweet time coming back, is really sitting out, gonna make sure he be healthy. He might come back and play a game and have another hiccup. Gotta miss some more games, you know. And then it would all make sense. You trade Brandon,
keeping him healthy,
you do that, right? And then all of a sudden, now Zion is healthy and coming back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Willie Green is being fired or whatever. Like it's always a strategy in these deadlines that they move on to do anything.
Everything is so long with them.
Yeah, they always a dollar.
It's like it's literally hurry up and wait. You know, like I said, man, Frank Vogel, Griffin, even Ham. You know, I mean, it didn't take all these other teams long to get rid of these guys. It's like, what are we waiting for? And you know what, DC, you asked the question.
They don't have any options.
And the thing is, it can get worse. You're losing time. You're wasting time.
This year is already wasted. No matter what
but they wasted already wasted in the year before. In the year before.
I ain't gonna say all that, DC. I ain't gonna say all that.
I'm saying, okay, the year we ain't winning shit. There ain't nobody been in this situation that came back and won no damn championship. The best we could hope for.
I ain't talking about no championship.
Well, nobody's talking about that.
We ain't talking we ain't talking about that right now because
this is a gap year, I think they would call it. That's what everybody's saying. Like, you have one of the best drafts coming up in years, and you're gonna bend over backwards and play hard and mess up your draft standings. I mean, realistically, we need to get in the top 10, top 5.
You know what?
We ain't got to be
I hope Griff is not gonna be here. Because the thing is,
man, that's not the plan.
Top.
That's not the plan.
Right, man. It is, Lex, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this year, no matter what, is still a lost year. Let's say the Pelicans continue to flounder the way we want them to. The best case scenario is Willie Green get fired and they move on from David Griffin because of this, and we go ahead and rebuild everything, rebuild our image with Zion, and we have some type of draft pick because of that. That's the best case scenario. If they do turn it around, this year, and they're able to get in the play-in, and then we get to the playoffs, and then it's we'll see. Oh, look at this. And then they did it with Willie Green. They justify keeping him for another year till his contract run out, and you're still sitting there with David Griffin. No matter which way you look at this shit, it is a lost year. Period. The only good that could come out of it is a draft pick. They losing time.
It's not.
But if they're still here, no matter what. Have you seen what they've been doing with their picks?
I mean, Yeezy look pretty good. I can't argue with Trey. I can't argue with her.
Hold on, DC.
Jordan Hawkins is a good pick to me.
If these guys went somewhere else, they would be flourishing. And we've seen that with all these, with everybody who just recently left.
I agree, but that's hold up.
That's not the plan, man.
That's
not the plan.
It ain't bad.
It's hold on, DC. We've been there. That's not the plan. That's not the plan. When that guy first came down here, he accrued a ton of draft picks to use on young assets. And he got the young assets. He drafted Trey. He drafted Dyson Daniels. He drafted Jordan Hawkins. He drafted some of these other guys, and he brought them in here.
And we can't develop.
He drafted second-round draft picks. He picked up undrafted guys and developed them up to a point like a Najee Marshall or Jose Alvarado. They did that. And then somewhere along the line, when he started floundering around and messing up with these coaches, then he expedited the timeline and started trading draft capital to accrue already veterans that were already there to help push the team over with the draft picks that he had. Now we talking about reversing the timeline to go back to get more draft picks.
Wait,
that's
what?
not what.
Wait.
Listen to what I just said.
You say reversing the timeline to go
reversing the plan. There's a plan.
That's their plan. You saying?
Oh, listen to me, man. The plan that David Griffin gave you that we've been talking about for the last 5 or 6 years is what he keeps regurgitating. Is he was accruing draft capital to use on assets in which he drafted some of these guys. I just named some of them.
No, I got that.
Hawkins, Trey Murphy. And somewhere along the timeline, in between the 5 and 6 years he was in, he decided to expedite the team by going into talent-wise, by going in the crew, experienced veterans via CJ McCollum, DeJounte Murray. And he was doing that and to have that along with some of his drafted assets to help push the team further into what he believed was playoff contention with Willie Green over the team. Now, what's happening here is he's not going to then say that, yeah, we're going to hit the draft and go and get some of these guys. It's two things I got a problem with that you said. That's what I'm telling you about the timeline. There's a plan that he's operating with. It's a effed up plan, in my opinion, but it is a plan nonetheless that they're operating with. And another portion of that, Willie Green's going to fall. There is no doubt about that. He doesn't have what it takes. He's already lost the team. They don't respect him. They're not playing hard for him, and they're going to continue to lose games. They're going to be more 20 and 30 point blowout games, and he's going to keep coming out with the same stuff. He's going to fall.
On Wednesday.
So he's going to fall, and Griffin will not fall with him. And why won't he fall? Because he set up his chump mark, Willie Green, to take the guillotine for him. Like we were saying when the guy took the team, we've been saying this. That the guy
check his game plan though, bro. Because there's no way you should be hiring a forward coach. I don't care how it happened, and you not go with him.
You watch it. You talking?
No. I don't disagree, but I'm just saying
that on paper.
You talking comments?
I don't understand what you saying. You disagree with me about. I'm saying it's a lost year, no matter.
No. I disagree with what you talking about. We firing David Griffin. I disagree.
No. I gave you two sides, bro. I said you could either, they fire Willie, and if we do turn it around, like alluding to what you saying, the plan is, he puts Willie up there and kicks him out, and Borrego come in. And he turned it around, right? And we make it to playing or whatever. This is still a lost year. Still a lost year.
I don't know.
Because we shouldn't have had to go through all that shit to
I
get
don't
to
know.
that point. And then if
I'm
we
not gonna say
actually
it's a
do,
loss, yeah.
wait, hold up. If we do make it to the plan, right? We all know we're not going nowhere. We ain't doing nothing. Because a team that's going to win the championship or at least go into deep into championship contention, yeah, they're going to have some adversity. They're going to have some things, but you know what they're going to have because of the adversity and the things happen, they're going to have an identity. We still going to be made it to the play and still trying to figure that out. If that's
depends.
a long ass stretch.
Well, if you get it, I guarantee you get a Borrego there. Borrego will establish an identity.
So you saying it's a plus because we will go on and then keep Borrego from that time forward?
I'm saying that's the best.
David Griffin will stay.
I'm saying that's the road, man. I don't see why everybody don't see this road about to hit.
I'm not saying I can't see it. I'm just saying it's still a lost year.
I'm not saying I hear what you're saying, and I can't agree. I can't agree with you on. I can't disagree or agree with you on that because it's still a lot of time depending on what happens. But I can tell you, the road the Pelicans it's one road. And right now, David Griffin, in my opinion, he will not be fired this year because somebody got to fall, and it's going to be Willie Green. He's a chump. We already know it's Harvey Willie Green Oswald. That's what it is. He's a patsy. He's going to take the shot. He's going to take the fall. He's going to take the fall. It's just what it is, and that's how it was set up. That's why Trajan Langdon got the hell out of here. Trajan Langdon seen it. We've been saying this for years, man. That is this the road that we're on. They're not going to fire him because number one, you don't have a proactive president to go and say, hey, man, what you said you was going to do this. You said you was going to do that. Where the hell it is? Why are we doing this? You don't have that. I just told you, you got a guy that is not a real president of basketball operations. He's a treasurer.
Well,
hold on. Let me finish my thought. That's what I'm telling you. That's why you will not lose him. That guy will have to fire him. The guy that will be fired will be Willie Green. And then if the next guy, which will be an interim coach, which would be James Borrego, he'll get in there and do what Willie Green failed to do, which is establish an identity for the Pelicans, which they'll start playing better and they'll start winning some games. The idea is not for them to tank out to get to the draft. It's not. What's going on right now is inside shit dealing with these stars, man. It's dealing with these stars. Brandon Ingrams is holding up to get a better deal because we're within that time frame, December, January, and February, early February. Isn't that the trade deadline hitting in early February?
So I mean, February
17.
But I'm saying, DC, listen, bro. I'm
16
saying
games behind. Bro.
It's still the NBA, bro. It's still the NBA. You still got to play these games. I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying you still got to leave some room in there for potentiality. You never know what the next guy.
I'm looking at the numbers and just the probabilities. What do you think it'll take for the win record to get to the 10th place? Because the projection is they're saying you're going to need about 44, 45 wins to get to the 10th place in the West.
Bro, listen, I don't know what's going to happen. You got to factor in how teams play. If injuries start impacting teams looking a certain way, you never know how to.
Minnesota not looking that good.
I'm saying at the end of the day, I don't care what the numbers say. You still got to play these games and you still got to compete. Now, the Pelicans, they're not in a situation where it benefits them to tank out. They're not. Because number one, the guy that you need to fire to get into the philosophy to tank doesn't believe it. He's not going that route because he knows what that means. They have already moved into a pattern where they've brought established players here to win. They're in a win now scenario, and the reason why they're not winning now, they can't.
But that's that part.
They're in a win now. Well, who takes the blame for that? Who's gonna take the X?
It's like you're in a win now, but you're not in a win now situation.
You are in a win now situation, even though they're not winning now.
But the thing is, it's like opposite. I mean, for him, all this is an oxymoron because the thing is, dude, you waited too long. That's what all this comes down to, and that's why it's created all this mess. That's why it's created all this mess. You're waiting too long.
Lex, all this is all what it is. The trade of Brandon Ingram should have happened. It didn't happen. He
And
wanted.
you
He
didn't finish
there.
the DeJounte stuff. It's like, you just didn't finish.
Well, what all I can say right now is this is the path that they on. This is the path that they on. It does not benefit. It doesn't benefit them to tank, because who the hell gonna develop the players that you're talking about
They're
drafting?
not
Who
being
gonna do it?
developed. Shoot, these other teams, once they trade them, are developing them better than the Pelicans.
The Pelicans are doing a decent job of developing some of the talent.
No,
Maybe
they're
not
not.
the Zion.
No.
How do you explain what's going on with what you see guys like Najee Marshall? You see guys like Jordan Hawkins playing the way he did.
The way
Jordan
that
Hawkins
they're
wasn't playing defense like that.
They come here like that already. We
Man,
did
get
a good
out of
job
here, man.
finding them.
Man, nah, bro.
We're
Listen,
great
hold on.
at scouting and finding
You
talent.
can't.
Willie Green is
They're
not
not the best.
one
We
of the
ain't
guys
talking about.
that-
Hold
let
on.
me
You
finish,
ain't
let me
talking about
finish.
Willie Green.
We had one
Willie
coach.
Green ain't here by itself. They got other coaches here that
Man,
working with
they
Willie Green.
got
That's actually decent
they got
coaches.
one coach
And
that
I'm
was
not
really
too
good,
high
and that was
on
Fred
them
Vincent.
either.
Fred Vincent helped a lot of these guys get a jump shot. Outside of that, we ain't really developed shit. Go down
So how
the
did
timeline
Jordan
and look
Hawkins
at all of
become?
these
What
guys.
happened with Jordan Hawkins' defensive
Man,
side?
if
Who
you
helping Jordan Hawkins with his defensive
if
side?
you
Do
go
see who
look
doing
at
that?
Jordan Hawkins, if you go look at
Man,
Jordan
Herb
Hawkins
Jones
in
hurt.
college, bro. Go look at Jordan Hawkins in college. Jordan
I mean,
Hawkins
the
was
dude is a
already a good
champion.
defender. The
Nah,
thing
that was the
hold
knock
up,
on Jordan Hawkins coming out of college
man.
with his
Listen,
defense, brother.
the
What you
thing.
talking about?
Let me finish talking. The thing with Jordan Hawkins, he's small and he's frail. He came into the NBA. Everybody knows for those young guys, it's hard for them to pick up defense. It take a while. So you got the mental curve there. On top of that, he also had to deal with the physicality of the league. You see how small he is? He don't look like he got a whole lot bigger, but you can see in his play that he got stronger. I think Jordan Hawkins was able to study the game, understand the communication side of defense, and he got stronger. And that's why he's a better defender. It would have happened to any player in the league that came into this situation with his body type and his play style. I don't think we developed him into a better defender, because when I watched Jordan Hawkins over there at the Huskies, bro, what up? You know what I'm saying? Connecticut Huskies, not the other Huskies. He was a hell of a defender already. They was winning the championship and shit because what he was doing offensively, but as well what he was doing defensively. He's never been a bad defender.
No, nobody ain't saying that he was no bad defender, but he wasn't
So
all that.
how we gonna take credit for developing that? He didn't
What you
become
talking about taking credit for developing
he hasn't
these guys, man.
he hasn't become Dyson Daniels or Herb Jones, and those two guys have been what they are defensively since day one. Since the first day of summer league, we saw Dyson Daniels, bro. When we saw Dyson Daniels in summer league, bro, Dyson Daniels was out there guarding 1 through 5 in summer league before we showed him anything.
I can't sit up here and let
Najee Marshall was already good. He couldn't shoot. He kept working with Fred Vincent, and he got a little steady shot.
Willie Green did
what you see
as a head coach, broad stroke. All these other coaches, like they all trash. None of them ain't helping these players be better. No, none of them are. They all trash like Willie Green. Is that the mentality we're gonna have here?
Who's all trash like Willie
I'm talking about all his damn coaches, man. That's a part of developing these players. They all trash too. They didn't have any part of helping these players become better people or better players on the court.
Developing.
Yes or no?
I'm sure they helped them some. Q. I'm not saying like they
positioning.
Hold on. Two people talking.
Go ahead, Les.
I was saying, like, developing a player is not just about the skills. There's the application. There's in the game, positioning them in the game to utilize those skills. It's a clash.
Once again, let me ask you. Let me ask it again, Lex. Let me ask the question again. Did any of the coaches that's on this staff help these players develop to better players for the Pelicans? That's what I'm asking. Just take Willie Green out of the equation.
He's a part of the team, right?
I agree with that, Q. I'm not saying like, the dudes are just total numbskulls. I'm comparing it to like broad stroke Willie's incompetence. I'm comparing it to the rest of the league. Like if they got these same guys that we have, they would be light years ahead of where they are. That's
Go ahead.
that's easy to
If
see.
Spoelstra's
Go ahead,
That's all I'm
Lex.
saying.
Go ahead,
if
Lex.
Spoelstra's coaching this
I like
team,
Corey Brewer too, Don Rich.
you
Corey
know what I'm
Brewer is cool.
saying? It's going to be a huge difference in development. Okay, it's going to be a huge difference. Like these guys, according to this system, if you want to call it that, or this philosophy, like, yeah, it works. But when you're comparing it, just like DC said, to other teams, what are we trying to get to? Are we trying to get as high as we can go in mediocrity? Or are we trying to get to where high as we can go in competing in the playoffs? So when you're looking at it, it's all about the scope that you're looking at and the level that you're looking at all this stuff. If you're looking at it just with the Pelican staff, okay, hey, these guys have maximized, they've developed as much as they can with the Pelicans. But guess what? When you put them in a different situation, a different system, different coaching, and along with and really focusing on those skills within that system, it's a whole different ball game. It's just like, you know, sometimes some people can't expand their mentality outside the hood. Okay? They're like some people in the hood, like they have the mentality and it can only go so far. But you know what? What if you go outside the hood? What if you start traveling? Guess what? That mentality changes. The scope of it changes. And that's basically the Pelicans in comparison to the rest of the league. It's bigger. Like it's a whole new world out there.
Well, yeah, Lex, I get that, and I can agree with you on that. And if you comparing them to a Miami Heat, or you comparing them to any team with championships or a championship mentality, they're gonna pale in comparison. So there's no debate on that. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, is that this staff and these players look different when you move out the head coach. If you have, and we've seen it last year, even if you take James Borrego and put him in there, like when you took Willie out of that COVID game, they played the same damn team and looked totally different. That's all I'm saying. It's like these other coaches here that we have, some of them, they're actually pretty decent coaches that do a pretty decent job. But I don't want Willie Green's garbage to tamp them, because they look different with a different leader on top of the team. But yeah, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, because this is a whole nother stream to have this debate about how funky and trifling the Pelicans are as an organization. But at the end, it's a lot of stuff at the top of the team that's not going to happen inside of the season. Like, you're not going to see a firing of David Griffin in season. You'll see a firing of Willie Green, but not no David Griffin. In order for that to happen, somebody have to pull this whole card. That means that president and the owner will have to say, hey, man, it's time for your 5 or 6 year evaluation. Let's see where you are, and we want to see if we want to move forward with you on that. There is nobody doing that. That guy is basically moving around up there by his damn self. And I'm sorry that sounds like that, but I got some experience on that, because that's the same damn thing Mickey Loomis is doing for the Saints. Same thing. That asshole didn't even want to fire Dennis Allen. We had to pressure her into firing him, and he was upset about it.
He's still making comments about that shit. Huh?
He wanted.
Dennis Allen is a good coach.
It's a great coach. This is a moron. It's a moron. These people are morons. But it takes time. So in the end, you're not going to get all of them at the same time. You're going to get one at a time. You just got to keep your focus. The first one to fall, like we got Dennis Allen out of there. The next thing is to force the change at the top. That's what the tenants, or whatever you want to call them, for the boycott that we set up, is first fire the coach that got that. Second, force a change at the top, bringing more IQ into the building, moving Dennis Lausch out of the president, all this kind of stuff. That's the part of the prerequisites for us to give you support again. So, and this is the same thing with the Pelicans. It's the same thing, but I think it happens easier because they're in a way worse position right now. They're 4-18. So I don't think he makes it out of the month of December, because I can look at it and see the guy's lost the team. They don't respect him and what he's saying. So he's going to get fired probably within the next 30 days. And
It's gonna take
outside
that
of it,
long?
I'm gonna say probably in the next 30 days, DC, because
I thought you were gonna say like the next 2 weeks or so.
no, I would say probably in the next 30 days, because the reality is, I mean, I would love to see him go in the next 2 weeks, because I mean he's completely lost his team. They're not listening to him, and he's saying the same rhetoric over and over again. And he won't change.
Wouldn't that make it a lost season at that point then? Because if he goes on for 30 more days, that's at least 10 to 12 games.
It
right?
does hurt. It does hurt you. It does hurt you.
How many games can we possibly win
In the next 30 days?
In the next 30 days. Matter of fact, before we
Less
get
than
out
4?
of here, we can do this. We ain't got to go on and on about it. But let's just pull up the schedule and look at the next 30 days and see what games, man, are there. You said less than 4.
Less than 4.
Let's
That's how less than 4 wins.
Flash the schedule up there. We'll do this and go ahead and wrap up and get out of here, man.
Go ahead, put it up there.
Okay, I don't have it on tap, but let me see. I'll find it for you.
Hey, take your Little Johns off and look for the something gun.
Little Johns.
Yeah, you got your Little John glasses on.
You got the black glasses on, man. These the mirror tints, dog.
Oh wow.
Mirror tints, baby. Little John don't rock like that.
Damn.
Hey, that's closer to you, player.
That's DC sitting up there. Look at him.
Man, you know what? Q done found another damn doppelganger of his. Man, put your dreadlock wig on. You got somebody that looks just like you, bro. You
DC
kind of do look
crazy.
like Lil John.
DC
Put
crazy.
dreadlock wig on.
He's insane, man.
Oh, I'm insane. He don't look nothing like me. And our glasses don't even match. So, like, how you put that on people?
That dude look like me versus you?
He look more like you than me.
Dude is insane. This man is crazy, man.
So
You got a
everybody who got
crazy man.
dreadlocks look alike. That's what you're trying to say?
I didn't say that, brother, but you kind of look like the brothers.
I mean,
all I'm saying.
that's what you saying, player. Everybody who got dreadlocks.
DC, we don't. Why are you doing 30 days?
There you go, man.
Look at the next. Nah, month.
That's what you know. You went on.
30 days is a month. 30 days is a month. So that's 10 games, isn't it? Like 10 to 12 games within the month.
12 games. Oh, Q, Willie might get his job saved at the end of that month. We play Washington twice at the end of the month. That might be your wins right there, bro. That's at least 2.
At the end of the month.
That's not it. That's
the beginning of the next
month.
month. Yeah, the beginning of the next
What are
month.
you talking? No,
you
ain't been that long, man.
Well, I'm
He's
saying the
already
end of the
gone
30 days, the end of the month, like the end of the 30 days is what I was saying.
DC tripping, man.
You said 30 days. I'm saying at the end of the 30 days, it'd be Washington and Washington.
No,
December
bro.
5th to December 5th.
The next month, DC.
so
The next month, just December, brother. Stay in December, DC.
Oh, if we stand in December, it's all losses. It's well under 4 players.
26.
I don't see us beating the Spurs. We're not beating the Spurs.
Don't say that too loud.
That's 4 and 27.
Don't say that too loud, Sean. I'm listening.
That's
we
4 and
got to keep it
27.
real, man.
Don't say that shit too
4 and
loud, Sean. I'm
27.
listening.
Man, we play Phoenix.
That's
We
4
play
and
Oklahoma
27.
City Thunder. We play
That's 4
San
and
Antonio. We play Houston.
4
Then we get to
27.
play the Knicks again. We
4 and
play
20.
Denver and Joker Brawley. He gonna play this
4 and
time.
27.
We play Houston again. Then we play Memphis again. Then we play the Clippers and Miami, bro. Before we can get to the goddamn
4
Wizards.
and 27.
Come on,
Told
man.
you he ain't gonna make it. The
4
next
and
within the
27.
next
You
month.
think you can make it 30 days?
I was just telling you, within the next month of games.
I'm
And
surprised he's still around right now.
All these teams are actually playing pretty well.
Yep.
All these teams are. I mean, this is
You think that octopus is?
but you see why I
That
keep saying
octopus-
to win.
Yeah, but
WHEN, like it's like, when are you going to make a change?
until they forced to. You have to be forced to make.
They're reluctant. They're very reluctant to change.
No,
Golly, man.
They can always
not-
turn it around. Lex.
You
That's
know
their
what?
mindset.
We need to
No.
start calling those 3 dudes.
They got hope, right, Q? Ain't it hope?
no, it ain't hope.
We gotta close out Dick Gregory,
No.
man. It's hope.
It ain't hope. It ain't
They
hope.
don't
DC.
have a plan.
No, it ain't no hope.
Loomis.
You got them. The way them people operate is they make a plan and they stand on it, like until they get pressured off of it.
And they
That's how this works. This how it works, man. This is
part of the plan is this.
this is corporate stuff. I'm telling you how these corporate people move, man. They're not going to move easy, especially when they have no leadership at the top of the team. There's nobody checking for a David Griffin. There's nobody watching over his shoulder. There is no accountability for David Griffin. So he's not going to leave freely. He has to be checked by a higher authority, and there is nobody there checking for him. The way it's set up is he set Willie Green up for the fall. That's why I keep telling you, Trajan Langdon got out. You can't blame Bryson Graham because he just got here. So Willie is the one that was set up for the fall. But Willie Green is so dumb that he should be talking out about a lot of stuff right now to save himself from this job. But he's so weak and he's so meek that he will fall on his sword because of this. He is definitely within the next 30 days, probably shorter than that, he will not survive these games. And this was set up this way. David Griffin is a lot of things, but you can't say he's a fool. He got these guys underneath him that are fall guys. They're not leaders.
You know
they're
what?
Soft. They're soft. They're not alpha dogs.
The fourth coach, man.
What does it matter? Who gonna call him on it except for me and you? Is Gail gonna get up and say, "Hey man, you ain't tell us you was gonna have 4 coaches in 6 years"? Or Dennis Lauscher? You see what I'm saying? See what I'm hitting at?
It ain't just you and Lex.
Do y'all know where the Pelicans headquarters is down there?
Yeah, same place where the Saints are.
Okay.
Same damn place.
I'm telling you. The boycotting that Stacey was talking about, y'all got to show up down there. I mean, I live, miles and miles and miles away.
There's a phone number you can call, Lex.
This is a problem.
There's a phone number on their website. There's emails where you can reach out to them. Go to the websites, get the phone numbers, and call. That's
call the news people so they can
They got them in their pocket. They got them in their pocket.
Well, that was my next thing. I was
social media. Social media is powerful. That's a media tool too.
Giving your breakdown, Lex getting at it. This is what we need to do, man. The same way they put all the pressure on Dennis Allen and everybody. Yeah, was talking about that. We need to put all the pressure on David Griffin, man. We need to keep standing on David Griffin. We need to damn near boycott the Pelicans until David Griffin is out of here. It's David Griffin. From this day forward, when we come in here and Willie Green is still the Pelicans coach, I ain't gonna say we can't talk negative about Willie Green. That just take a lot of fun from the show. But we definitely should gear it more than we already do.
Already doing that, DC.
We need to do it more. Put him on all the thumbnails. Yeah. Put him on all the shirts. You know what I'm saying? Put him on whatever, man. Like David Griffin. Yeah.
Oh wow.
David Griffin. Yeah. That shit is funny as hell with the find the Dave Chappelle. Yeah. The Dave Chappelle one, bro. That shit was hilarious.
Good. I won't break
it came up. But anyway, everything David Griffin, bro. If we gonna blame Willie, blame David Griffin first. Say David Griffin name. Show all this stuff.
David Green.
Huh? David Green? We call him David Green. Well, I mean, Willie done got all the credit. Willie done got so much credit that he ain't gonna take more credit.
It's gonna take patience, man. Even more patience than what we got.
Man, I'm not trying to hear that.
We just need to put David Griffin. We need to put David Griffin's name on theme, man. Everybody who watches us, everybody who watch any other podcast about the Pelicans, whatever, man. David Griffin. They need to have posters in the arena saying "Fire David Griffin." Like we need to make this a thing, bro. Just like they did with Dennis Allen.
War, you gotta have
the same type of thing because Willie Green is already a lost cause. That will fall at some point anyway.
You gotta have patience in war, fam. You gotta have patience.
I'm just saying we need to ratchet it.
You gotta have patience in war.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Ratchet it up, bro.
You gotta have patience in war. This is not Texas.
Don't nobody need to be in the building.
Who?
Don't nobody need to be in the building.
They
Because
will.
once
They
you start
will.
messing,
A
when
lot
you
of
start
them.
messing with people's money and stuff, that's corporate too, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's how you make them understand. That's
You
how
know
they
what I
feel
you
you.
know what I
You
want to
gotta
see?
affect their money. You
I
gotta
want to
affect their
see
money.
I want to see the Pels at some point, even if it's next year, hopefully this year, they win in a couple of games and David Griffin crawl up out of his hole to talk,
You notice
right?
he's
In
saying
in,
nothing now.
in the Smoothie King arena. And I want to see some people go behind him and put a poster that say fire David Griffin. While
Yeah.
he talking on ESPN.
Fired his asshole. That's what it
That's
should
what I
say.
want to see.
And it can
I
be
want to see
done.
something like that.
There's
I
some
wanna see
brave
that.
souls out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't even care. Why you escorting me out? I paid for my ticket. I'm gonna have a
They
right to
can't
hold my
escort
coat.
you. They can't escort you out for that.
But that's
They'll
what I'm
march your
saying.
ass
But
right
no,
up
they'll
out of there.
try
I'm
to.
talking about DC.
They'll try to though.
They'll march your ass right up out of
If you
there.
go for it,
They'll tell you put that sign away.
if you don't use no cuss words or nothing, and you put whatever you put up there, they can't tell you nothing. Now they might pan the camera away or something, or try to hide.
try to
Hey
do
man, this
I
is
see how they
corporate
do people when you
and
be
it's
watching the game,
political.
bro. They
You
be having
know,
some of
when
the
it comes
posts.
to
They pan the
politics, they
camera
don't
away.
play fair. They don't play fair.
That's
If
why I
you,
told you,
I mean,
man.
look,
That
that's
dude.
just like if you a reporter and you ask the wrong questions, they revoke your stuff, right?
I mean,
Well,
yeah, but they had to
and
have
you
it in
ain't
their
cursing,
contract somewhere
and
where
you
they
ain't
said
cursing, right?
or you got a lawsuit on your hands. Because
But you ain't
if you
cursing
kick
though.
me out the game because I have a sign
Look,
saying fire David Griffin,
why
and
don't
there's
you?
nowhere in any stipulations on the ticket that say I can't do that,
Why
that's a
don't you play
lawsuit.
Jordan Hawkins more, especially when he's had a great game? Your card has been revoked. Like what? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they fired what to do with Christian Clark. They fired him, man.
Yeah, you see what I'm
From
saying?
what that's
I mean,
Tom
it's not. It's
Picayune.
just questions.
Yeah, but how's that?
That they don't
How's that got
like.
to do with the
Hey,
Pelicans?
ask
He
about
was
their
asking
contract.
some tough questions sometimes.
Why don't
They
we
ain't like
why
that.
don't we know the details of y'all's contract extension? Why don't we know the details of that? You're not cursing, but
You're
you're
not privy
asking
to
the
that.
wrong question. You see
We
what I'm
elect.
saying?
They elect. And the whole thing is too, Lex. That's what I'm saying, man. It's
I don't work for them though, Lex. So I can say what I
it's
want.
going to be it takes a while. It takes a while, man. It takes a
It's
while.
been
And
6
I know
years, dude.
Been a
We've been
while.
trying to get this man fired since he got
listen,
hired.
man. I'm trying to
What
tell
the
y'all how this
definition of a
go.
while?
Trying to tell y'all how this go. It's a slow process to get people to get aboard because there's a lot
Hurry
of
up and wait.
there's a
Hurry up
lot
and
of
wait, y'all. Everybody in
undisciplined
the chat,
people.
hurry up and
So
wait.
it's a lot of undisciplined people that's still out there going to these games. And
Yeah, I
they
ain't been to a
have to
game
keep
all year this year.
they have to keep losing for them to get the word. That's people like they ain't getting it like you. Everybody's perception and their vantage point is
It needs
different.
to be everybody, Stacy.
It ain't gonna be everybody. You'll never have everybody. They had like what
You
15,
can't have
20% of the people that was in the civil rights movement, like less than 20% of the people that were actually marching during the civil rights movement, while the rest of them, was sitting on the porch somewhere. And they didn't come out until things started shaking. But when people was getting beat up and the deacons of defense was out there doing their thing. But the whole thing was, man, it's a patient game. And that's why I say we've been doing this for years with the Saints. That's what I'm trying to tell you. For the Pelicans, it's not going to be as long as what the Saints was, because you've already forced a change on that side. It's the same ownership. Right now, the Pelicans are in way worse straits than the Saints are. And then if you look at them, they're 4-18 right now. What I'm trying to say at the end of the day is that I'm not promoting any of this. I'm just reporting to you guys what they are telling us. And we also know how the game go. And the game is they won't fire David Griffin during the season. I would even go to tell you that there is nobody checking for David Griffin to making sure he's doing what he's supposed to do. That's the whole point. It'll be a different thing if the president was doing that. The president, Dennis Lauscher, was doing that. He's not checking for David Griffin. He's not checking on him. He's not checking him to make sure that he's meeting certain indicators that he promised. He's not checking them. Nobody's checking. These guys have free reign. And Dennis and this guy Griffin, he's a grifter. He knows it. He noticed how he he likes to talk, but you hadn't seen his ass at all since they've been losing, huh? He knows when to step out, when not to. Very crafty guy. Very crafty guy. And now, like I said, he's a lot of stuff, but he's not stupid. That's how he sets up little weak, passive people around him to fall over when things don't work. And he set up a bunch of inexperienced people around him. This guy's a narcissist. He's a cult leader. Like I've been saying, he operating a basketball cult. This guy terribly insecure. I know his person type because he got to be the smartest guy in the room. He's a narcissist, and he can't have anybody in there that knows more about basketball than him at that position. So he has to run everything, and he's the one that's trying to facilitate the trades. He's the one involved in the timelines as far as the injuries are concerned. Everything that's wrong with the Pelicans, he's at the genesis of it. But these people aren't checking for him. So right now, all you can do is the knockoff Willie Green, which is the crash dummy that was set up to be the guy to fall. We called it before. He's the next crash dummy to get ran over. It's just what it is. And when that happens, then you'll get Borrego and you'll start picking up wins, because any competent coach can win with these players. Any competent coach can win. They will start winning when they knock him off and get him on up out of here. So the thing is, they're not going to volunteer that right now. They're waiting on you to see if you can generate or get mad enough to say, I ain't coming to them goddamn games. And then that'll force their hand, because all they care about is money at the end of the day. And that's real spill. So that's what it is, and that's how it is. So anyway, we're going to get ready to get out of here. DC's putting up some kind of stuff. His internet bad, so I don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? DC, what is this, bro? What you doing? What's that all about?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and end the show, Q.
All right. So shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. Much love to y'all, man. Lex don't like that answer. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. You read my facial expression.
Yeah, Lex don't like that news.
I'm just the patience thing is that's like that statement you made, like Willie needs to look in the mirror. Man, we passed that, man. We passed that. You know what I'm saying? We passed the patience. We're past that point.
I'm with you. And I'm just saying, I'm telling you how it go. These people only care about money. Am I right or am I wrong?
So you mess with their money and stuff.
That's what
and
you got to do.
Really, at this point, I feel like the NBA should step in and investigate the whole organization.
Why?
Because they doing that bad.
We got players that sitting out. We know our 2-star players ain't really hurt like
they don't
that,
care.
bro.
They don't care. The NBA ain't gonna come and save you.
Well, I mean, they finding the Sixers and they find Atlanta too.
They count on the Sixers to be there.
You got to mess with that money, right?
The Sixers are part of the top 6 or 8 franchise teams that have great historical importance to the NBA. The Pelicans are a team that have not established respect league-wide.
I know.
As an organization, and this is why.
They stepped in before, though, right?
That's because they bought the team. They bought the team and to make it feasible for it to be sold.
That's my point. They
stepped in to take the team. They owned the team to beef the team up to sell it. That's why that year when Benson and bought it, mysteriously we were able to get the number 1 draft pick that year,
and to
help out with the team. And I told y'all that was a rigged thing. I told y'all when it was happening, I was like, man, watch me get the 1st round draft pick in that lottery system.
Yeah, that's for letting us get rid of Andy Davis. You know?
See, it's a part of the game.
So y'all said that Gail Benson's the richest person in New Orleans, right?
No, not in maybe in New Orleans, yeah, but in the state is the guy, the Chicken Man, Graves. Graves, yeah.
Graves. Who is he?
Graves, who's the guy that own Raising Cane.
Oh wow, he richer than Gail?
Yes, he is.
Off a chicken?
Yes.
Wow.
You are so funny. It's like like shoe company. They rich for selling shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
eating chicken.
I'm just saying. Yeah, Gail worth 6 million. He worth 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know what? There is a way. I mean, if a group
we got to call time,
come together, and you know how the Commanders did. They had a group of people.
Yes.
That are wealthy.
Yes.
That bought the team. That can easily happen here. Charlotte, Mike did it. He sold a percentage, to a group of people that included J. Cole and somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways to do that. Sell
So
a
we're gonna
stake.
we gonna where we gonna get Tyler Perry and
Sell some stake
Birdman
of
and
They won't
of
do
the
it with them.
team. You know what I'm saying? So you can get people. You can put what is it, Master P, and who else?
No.
Who else y'all know? Come on, man. A group of people. That's how they've done it.
Yeah,
Y'all understand what I'm saying though?
yeah, but I just feel like, man, the Pelicans, man, the Hornets first, now the Pelicans now. It's just it's a team, a joke franchise. I mean, we you want to we are advocating for the firing of David Griffin, and he deserves to be fired because he has not fulfilled what he was supposed to do here. It's been a lot of foolishness.
You know what's
But if you look at the historical
Yeah.
aspect of it, he was the best VP general manager you ever had.
I would leave that title vacant.
That's the sad thing
I would
about
leave
the
that
whole
title
situation.
vacant.
He was better than Dale Demps. He was better
No,
than Jeff
leave the
Bowers. He
title
was better than
vacant.
all these other clowns that
Man.
we had. So they're not a respected team. So I mean, they had an opportunity to get Joe Dumars. He was going to be the VP. Agreed to come down here, and they was starting to talk money with Tom Benson, and Tom Benson didn't want to pay him because what the mentality of the team is set up is that they just it's a honey pot for them. It's a money.
So it was a honey pot for even him.
It's a money pot. Yeah, hell yeah, it was. He was using the athletic.
Just piggyback, man.
He was using it as a honey pot. That's all it was.
This ain't about being patient. If this is the way that they designed it, then it's like it's basically saying ain't nothing about to get better.
No, that's not true.
This just is what it is.
No, it's not. That's not true. You're not out of the equation. What I'm saying is you have power here. You just have to use it. That's all it is. Your power. Your power is stronger than anything they have. They're based. Your power is their power is tapping into your power. It's getting some of what you got, and your power is your ability to withhold your money. That's power, because that's how she getting the money. She getting the money from you to pay the players. She gets some money from you. You paid for that facility down there. That land was basically given to them. That facility was built with taxpayer dollars. And they have a ridiculous amount of tax incentives, and they don't pay rent on any one of those buildings. And they have all kind of goodies
So they ain't
that they
giving
get down
back.
here. They give back. They give back.
Offer them jobs. They don't pay the people who work there enough.
That's a whole nother argument, though, Lex. That's a whole nother
I know,
argument.
but I'm just saying that's just like before the NIL deals. You know what I'm saying? All you gonna offer these student athletes is a full scholarship while y'all making millions off these kids.
Let me get DC off this picture.
Man, hey, man, bump that. I'm glad they changed that stupid thing too. Because the thing is, they made a whole lot of money. They made billions off of a lot of student athletes. I know that's a different topic, but I'm just saying.
I mean, the dynamics changing, though. That's the positive thing about it. Like that ran for like 100 years. That system ran for 100 years before it was flipped over and turned over, right? So like I said, it took a long time for that to happen. It took 100 years. They was running that for 100 years before they flipped it recently. Think about what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but you know what mentality that was, right?
Yes, but you still beat that. You still beat that to get to here.
But
it took you a while, but you got there.
Man, look, I look at OKC. How long has OKC been around?
Different leadership group.
I know, I understand that, but they a small market team. You know what I'm saying? They're a small market team. Like, and they've grown like twice. Cause remember during Katrina, look, when Chris Paul was here, they were using that's how it was almost like a trial.
That's how they got the team. They got
hey, we can have a team here. We can support a team.
Yeah, the NBA, yeah. That's how they got the team.
OKC out.
Yeah, that's how they got the team. Like
okay.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
what I'm saying though?
Yeah, I get you, but
they use the Pelicans team to build their team like, hey, we got a trial. And the trial looks like, it worked out. Let's build our own team here. And look what they are, and look what the Pelicans still are.
They don't have the vision. That's the point. That's the whole point. You
That's why
speaking
I
truth.
fire those chicken
You
heads and
you
get
you
these people, the right
you
people
got
up in here.
yes. You got the
You know
you
what I'm
got you
saying?
speaking truth. But I'm just saying the same thing over and over again.
I know.
They don't have that, and you have to force them to get that. You got to force them. You can't go down there and you got to speak out against them. And while you're speaking out against them, you got to tell them why you're not supporting them and give them a list of things of what you're doing. Like, I'm not buying this until you fire this coach. I'm not doing this until you fire this general manager. You got to give them stats why it's happening. Like, I don't just get up there and rail about it. I made literally a mockery of Mickey Loomis. I made fun of his voice. I pulled up all the dumb shit that he says. I showed facts and stats and laid it out. And it's the same with David Griffin. I get in and prove to you that he's a kind man. It's not hard to tell. These guys, he has zero reputation in terms of building a team and doing it, even though he's better than the best that we had, because it's been a shabby situation out here. They wasn't serious about winning anything. They won here. That's why the playoff appearance was a spotty at best. So, I mean, but that's up to the family members to say enough is enough and demand the team to not only move on beyond the coach, but also move on behind the general manager and let them know that we're not going to support you until you get reputable people down here to build this team the correct way. So, like, it's on that route. Mickey Loomis, I mean, not Mickey Loomis, I'm about to say Mickey Loomis, but what's his name? Willie Green is definitely about to get canned. Ain't no doubt about it. He ain't gonna make it out of December. He gonna get canned, and that's how it was designed. The octopus designed it where that guy's gonna take the fall. The only thing I would tell Willie Green is, even though I know that he doesn't have what it takes to get this team to win, he needs to start speaking out to save his life, his job here, or speak out about it.
See,
What you
I
gonna do?
done sat here
Too proud.
for about 5 minutes and been quiet, and we gotta end the show.
Go ahead and end the show, DC. Go ahead.
You said Willie Green needs.
You got to speak out on him. That's his only recourse. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing wrong. He has to, because he's a fall guy. He's a patsy.
I'm not gonna let you guys take no money out of my pocket. Willie Green ain't gonna say shit. You know
he's
it.
not.
Fucking duck, man.
He's
Yeah,
not
he's
gonna
too
break
proud.
the company protocol. Like, he's not
Too
gonna
busy
say
playing
anything.
with joy.
He
Where's the joy in
believes
losing? Has anybody ever asked that question?
There's
he
no
gotta
moral
stick to code and ethics.
I
Man. Willie
mean,
Green don't even drop the. You know, it's like some
It's
people
no moral.
they'll toe the ethical line and say the right things, but they drop like subliminal or subtle hints or kind of just give you breadcrumbs. He don't even do that, bro.
You don't have that, DC.
Willie Green ain't gonna say nothing.
It's sad, but that's who he picked up when and the reality is, like I said, man, when he took the job, the man sold his soul to get down here, because no reputable self-respecting person would take the job. No reputable, just a respectful person would take the job with the VP picks all his guys. But close the show out, DC. We gotta go, bro.
We gotta clip this for Willie Green, man. You know what that song is? Whoa, hood, good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's my song.
We need to clip that absolutely nothing and to say that
Say
every
it
time
again.
we speak. Right?
Say that again, DC. What you just said? I didn't recognize nothing you said. What you said?
Tell him the song, Lex.
No, you said.
I don't
say
know
it again.
the name of the song.
No, say what you just said.
So yeah, the name
hold on,
who made that song?
That's hold on, DC. Say what you just said, because I didn't recognize what you were saying.
Absolutely nothing.
Say it again.
That's what you said?
Yeah.
You said something before that, though.
He was singing the song.
Sing the song, DC. Say it again, because
I don't want to say it now. I don't like where this is going. I am not Willie Green. I am not walking up to no goddamn guillotine. I don't know where you're going with this shit.
I said you saying you singing the
about.
song. Yeah, but sing the song again, because I didn't understand what you were saying.
You are a goddamn historian. I know you know this song. I ain't about to.
I know the song, but I don't know what the hell you was talking about, though.
Well, you tell me how the lyrics go. Why don't you?
No, I want to hear what you got.
Oh, you had it.
You know them
with more conviction. Come on, DC, from the diaphragm.
Go ahead, DC. Say it again.
From the diaphragm.
Go ahead, DC. Don't try to detract. Go ahead.
Where I am from, we do not believe in war. We leave that up to Joe.
He misdirected.
No,
Go ahead,
dude.
sing the song,
What
DC.
is war good for?
Man,
Absolutely
look, you know
nothing.
you didn't shoot the sheriff, but you did shoot the deputy. Now come on, let's
That
go.
was still terrible,
But
DC.
it was in self-defense.
War by war. There you go.
Oh, the group name was War?
War,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro, we got to clip that absolutely nothing, man. Because
Absolutely
he
nothing.
ain't gonna say
Just
nothing.
stick to rap,
He ain't
DC.
about
Just
to.
stick
He
to
ain't
rap,
about
bro.
to protect. He ain't about to protect his
Stick to rap.
legacy,
Stick to rap, DC.
his coaching lineage. This is Willie Green gonna be a one-time head coach, man. Nobody ain't getting no head coaching
No,
job.
and you know what? Ain't nobody.
Why is the song? Why is he dedicating? Lex, I want to know why is DC dedicating that song to Willie? That's what
Because every time he talk, what come out his mouth is absolutely nothing.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I understand that.
Look.
See, I was trying to get.
When you out there coaching,
you need some coffee.
Are you coaching?
DC have been knowing DC for a long time, but sometimes it's hard to read what he's saying.
It's a timeless cut, man. Anything Willie say, you could just play that after. And
anything he's doing is
Anything.
doing nothing. The adjustments, absolutely nothing.
The rotation.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely.
What is he good for? Okay, I got
it.
Look, rollover challenges, absolutely nothing.
Holding timeouts for no reason.
Look, oh my God.
Bro, like
say it again, huh? There you go.
You gotta do the thing. You gotta do it right.
Most coaches go fuss at referees when they do bad calls. What will he do?
Absolutely.
He walks up to him with his hand out like he's trying to borrow $1.
No, he had that same dumbass face where his lip be sticking out.
Oh, goodness gracious. What are you proud of? Look, what are you proud of, Willie? Absolutely nothing.
He proud of everything. He proud of his players, Lex. He ain't gonna tell you that shit. He proud of his players.
Man.
We got to the arena in time.
The L.
My guys were well dressed. They complied with the uniform policy. We're proud of that. They look like a well-behaved team. The guys didn't stay out too late. We're very proud. I mean, because it can't be they play, so it got to be they're. Oh no, I forgot. They're very great, upstanding young men. That's what he's proud of.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he does.
No, he didn't say that.
He said they.
You don't need to help him. Don't help him.
They're upstanding young men. These are a great group of guys.
He said we're proud of our group. These are a great group of guys.
I'm not talking about tonight.
Oh,
Y'all remember when they said they're excellent young men? These are excellent young men. He break out the whole college coach speak. Keep calling them excellent young men.
You know what? These are not kids. These are grown men. Like this is crazy. Who on any basketball, anybody who's played basketball, who is talking about how proud and talking about joy and stuff, man.
Willie is he's a church coach. You know,
okay.
He's a church for the
then
basketball
he needs to go to the church
team,
league. You know what I'm saying? He needs to go to the church league.
Yeah. What it is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
All right, here we go.
You are.
I think you got it, brother. Hey. Good job, Q.
Look, and that's the face that you have. That's the face we all have when he's talking about joy.
That's actually
proud.
That's like Lex. That's how Antonio Daniels looked at him when he said this is Antonio Daniels' face right here.
Oh my gosh, man, play that again.
It ain't you all, it's y'all.
Y'all.
Sound like a karate movie, y'all.
Told him, man, he sound like a karate movie. He sound like a karate movie. That's
and
a fool.
He's Asian too, or
he tell that man he sound like a karate.
He's like, why'd you say karate though? Why didn't you say kung fu, dog?
Karate movie, y'all.
Nothing. Good God, you all.
It ain't you all, it's y'all.
Y'all.
You sound like a karate movie, y'all.
All right, we gotta go, man. We about to go into a whole nother thing. We got to get out of here, man. We got to roll.
Yeah, this right here is on point, man. Look, every time Willie talk, we need to play absolutely nothing right after it. Right immediately after his interviews.
Man.
Oh my gosh, that'll be classic for real.
Appreciate you, James, man. All the way from the United Kingdom.
Yankee, shout out to you, James. UK in the building. Much love, man.
You the champ, man. You the champ, bro.
Yeah, you the real MVP.
Yeah, that's straight from Lil John telling you that, so that means a lot, man.
The NBA since 1994. Yay!
Oh goodness.
Started this podcast and shit. This motherfucker thinks I can.
That's pretty good, DC. That's pretty good, bro. All right, DC, I see you, bro. I see you.
It's like 4 a.m. Where? Wow, shoot.
Oh man, where you at, Stacey?
Yeah, where you at, Stacey, man?
Man. Yeah, Stacey, you gotta go to sleep, bro. You gotta get up and go to work tomorrow, brother.
It's 1 a.m. here.
All right, so anyway, let's get on the pod here, man.
Up at 5:54. God damn.
Oh wow.
And then it's one where Lexxah is. DC,
Stay
you
safe,
talk.
man. Have you a good work day, brother. He said
the early bird gets its worm.
Bro.
All right, so we're gonna get on the pod here, man. Listen, we appreciate y'all for tuning in on the broadcast tonight. Long broadcast tonight. Wasn't trying to go that long, but we all good in here. But listen, man, we appreciate y'all,
Therapy, man. The family needed, bro. We all in a state of shock.
This is all therapeutic.
Yeah, I hear you on that. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get ready to move up out of here. Listen, I appreciate y'all for chiming in. Please do a service for us by hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. Lex, please, could you take us out?
All right, my brothers and my sisters. I just need you to speak it from the heart, from your spirit and your mind, from the depth of your diaphragm.
Just make me want to do this.
Just click the like button. In respect of your ancestors. Let's
straight Black Panther. Straight Black Panther, Wakanda forever.
Man, what that flower at, man? I'm about to drink the flower.
Why don't you do this?
Bro das.
Y'all got this, man. You got this. You got this. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother BC and my brother BQ. Respect where you come from and hit the like button.
Respect that.
Because it's all about right here. It's all about right here. Be pissed off about the team, but you hit that like button.
DC, you taught her well, man. Shout out to DC, man. Shout out to DJ, man. All right, we're gonna holler at y'all later.
DJ in a minute, man. Shout out to DJ if you're listening, bro.
All right, y'all. We're gonna holler at y'all. Much love and go Pelicans.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always saying, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, bunch of train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never. Say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop and Who That too.